Hello, Matt. Hello, Edward. Air conditioner running now? Yes, it is. We got it fixed yesterday. It was a simple fix, but now we know going forward. It was just a capacitor that went out. But it is running. It took about half a day to fully catch up. It was pretty damn warm yesterday, not, you know, kind of yesterday, but like Sunday, I think it got to 85 and inside, and it was not fun. It's a Michael Brand patch job. No, actually, if it's anything, it's probably a patch job from the previous owners, because the guy that came out here pointed out a couple of things. He goes, yeah, whoever like installed or did this did not pull permits. Because there's a couple of things like, this is not right, and this isn't right, and this isn't right. Like, yeah, I know, it's on the list to get fixed. With stuff that's not a problem, but stuff that's not to code. And just may cause problems over time. But I gotta go grab a boost though. Currently 90.7 inside my living room with an air conditioner on. How does that work? Oh, just have a window one. Another gift from the previous owners after all the free rubble. Yeah. Chair. Chair.
How y'all doing?
He's back. He
Did I go somewhere?
Because you were gone from last stream.
I was.
I mean, you did your stream, but
Yeah.
it was just you murdering horses.
Yeah, you just sit there waiting for me to murder mares and just like
No.
singing, no mare murder.
It's what you kill horses all the time in that game. It's when you say, "I murdered Fluttershy," those words came out of your mouth.
Applejack just came out swinging and just like bab, and Fletcher just went down. I'm like, oh goodness.
So yeah, it's like you try to always be like, "That didn't say that," and then definitely did because it's clipped.
It's all Photoshop. Very elaborate Photoshop.
It's a deep fake.
Yes.
Live.
A lot of deep fakes.
We injected into the stream and deep faked it temporarily.
Yeah. Interrupt the signal.
Is that where quote 369 comes from?
No.
The stallions are cute.
No, they're not though. I poisoned the stallion and let him suffer.
I did like when I was watching. I wasn't paying attention to the last part, but you were in the arena and you got so overconfident so quickly, and then you started betting really good stuff, and then one guy was out there, kills you in one hit, and you just paused for a minute, and you're like, "Well, I'm out of here."
Like, nope, I just lost a good item.
I know you went in like super conservative, and you immediately went to, "I'm betting all of my money."
Like, oh, there goes. Easy come, easy go.
There was a game I used to play. It was Arctolad 2, and if you look on Game Facts, I still have a text written. I have 3 for Arctolad 2. There's an arena in there, and what you bet would affect what item you could get in return. but it wasn't just the item. There was like an algorithm that was determining stuff, and so you had to be that item and something else, and it would determine this like table. And I basically mapped out the whole table for this. So like if you're looking for a specific thing, you could figure out, well, you could do like the whole bit of taking like a paper clip and trading up to a house.
Yeah.
We could essentially do that, where you can be like, well, if I do this item, I can trade to get this, and then if I do this, I did this and this and this, and you can like work yourself down a tree.
Yeah.
It was actually a pretty popular little fact.
I bet.
Was it?
Sounds.
I think it's.
Yeah, let's give it a rating.
It's still. Is GameFAQs still up? Oh my god.
Yeah, no, I use them still sometimes. For like.
Oh, that's probably under my own name. Nope, still doesn't come up.
Learning so much.
Let's see if they still have my guide.
I deleted it for being too cheaty.
Too cheaty? No. Where's ArcLed 3? It might have been ArcLed 3. I bought you can get a whole collection of it for pretty cheap. Yeah, it's just under my name, A. Nelson.
Good job.
Yeah, the item fact and the Danger Dome FAQ written in. Oh yeah, I had one of my old aims was chicken cupcake.
That was okay. Chicken cupcake.
It has my AOL email on here. That's definitely not accurate anymore.
Call him Chicken Cupcake from now.
No, I had two AIM accounts, and that one I don't remember actually having that one, but apparently I did. No, they had like this whole thing. Mm-hmm. It was like, yeah, disc one. Oh yeah, differed by disc.
I just thought that all these old guides were always done in Notepad, where it was just that really like stiff font. It was always that same font.
Yeah, and then there's the Danger Dome, but then there's item FAQ. Yeah, because this like actually ended up being like just details about everything. This was in the old internet. This was the best you could find for information on stuff. This like you could get those big facts. Oh, why's my camera way over there?
GameFAQs is still useful if you're for some stuff. Oh, hello, door. That's a door.
What's my camera?
I think you're going the wrong way.
There we go. It's coming back. Hello.
Aha. I think it seems kind of fisheye lensed.
No. Well, to a degree, but
maybe I'm just wider than I realized.
But when it's just sitting there, it's fine. That's why I have you in the back, because then you look bigger.
Yeah.
Yeah, this was. I remember this taking me so long to make.
Chicken Cupcake. Guess Gulu tried interning at Sugar Cube Corner. Haha.
Karma. Oh, look at that. Registered in 2002. Last login 2004.
Wow.
Oh boy. I updated at 21, a drinking age ago.
Oh my goodness. I love how you just like used your name too, because that's such an old person thing to do.
Well, no, I don't think I really had. I don't even know what this site had at that time for names and stuff. I don't remember the whole that was 21 years ago. I can't remember crap. That was half Horse ago.
Oh my. Maybe Horse wasn't that far back. Maybe we just need to think of it like, that's not that long ago. That was just, that's nothing.
Actually, it was further from now till the start of Horse than it was from Horse to me writing those.
Yeah.
That's kind of actually weird.
Wow, your last login was before I was born. Thanks for the information.
Wow, thank you. Well, like, this is what I say.
If your signature is "If I only had a brain,"
or is Game Battles still a thing?
I like Wizard of Oz too.
Or did that site go down? Okay, so they got rid of it completely. Used to be a platform you could go on, and we did it for Gears of War. So then you could make a clan, you would set up a match, or you'd say like set up whatever. They would assign you a match to somebody, and then you would determine. They would assign who's going to be host, because host advantage was a thing, and usually you had to jump games back and forth. And but you could. It was like a way to have little like leagues of stuff very easily, and so we used to do that for a while. But that website's probably been down for years. Let me see. Do Imagine for music. Didn't get that ready yet. There we go. But yeah, some of the old stuff. What was some of the other websites? We brought up Ventrilo. That's kind of a dead thing now.
Yeah.
ICQ. What was one of the other
E-Bombs World? I bet E-Bombs
I know.
World still exists.
I'm trying to think of like the things that I would interact with on that type of level. Oh, what was with Xfire? Remember Xfire?
There's like
hold on. Does Xfire still exist?
A single neuron just twitched lightly.
It was an instant messaging service for gamers.
Yeah. I don't think I used it, but I definitely was.
And now
I
it's
heard.
Now it's for word puzzle website.
Sure.
No, it was one of the few. It did some of the stuff that Steam would do. So it would track some of your game progress. It would. There's really no achievements, but how long you played in games. It had an instant messaging service that you could talk to people and stuff. It was before everything kind of got centralized to Discord and whatnot. But yeah, before that was probably even before Ventrilo. That was back, I think, when I was playing Ion, which is surprisingly still a game running. But yeah, what happened to Xfire? That was 4 years ago.
Back in my day.
Yeah, tens of millions of years. It was a big website. When did that go under? It was updated 5 days ago. Yeah, it was up 21 years ago. Everything's 21. But when did it in 2006 it got the best utility award.
It's weird what causes people to jump from one platform to another. Because I still don't think there was anything necessarily wrong with Skype. It's just, it wasn't as pretty to look at as Discord.
It's more of, I think, what people are looking for from it. This was a clunky program back then, but it was, for what it was, it worked really good. It was early internet. Oh, 2015, so it was shut down. Wow. I'm surprised it lasted that long. It probably was just Discord. Discord destroyed everybody. TeamSpeak, Ventrilo, a lot of instant messaging programs that went away because just Discord did it better.
Still exists, but it's got to be on its last leg. Businesses still use it.
Skype exists. Microsoft buys it, and then I don't know if they just took the technology from it or whatever, and then they made Teams, but Skype still exists. So then, like, why do they have both? I don't get it. I think they just, it's one of those that when something gets a bad rep, change the name, because then people will eventually forget what it was. It's stupid.
I miss Internet Explorer. Not because it was good, but because it was like a little friend. You who really wanted you to use him, but you didn't. So you gave him a pat on the head and you downloaded something else. And now that he's gone, I'm sad.
It's there. It's just they renamed it.
Also, they kind of turned Internet Explorer into a pony, which was always sad because you never used it.
Yeah.
I felt for that pony.
That didn't work for X. Well, they didn't rebrand it to try to get away from things. They rebranded because the guy that runs it's an asshole.
And he really likes X. Like, that was
he owned it. Yeah.
Called X. He had a company similar to PayPal at one point that he called X, like back in the day. And then PayPal and X merged, and they took the name PayPal. He
did it in reverse. Normally, people change the name to get away from controversy. He changed the name so that he could gain more controversy. Because like the website since then has just went to trash. I used to go on Twitter to kind of check things here and there.
Yeah,
it's just trash. Everything's trash on it now.
On the site in a year, minimum.
It's just, if you go to any popular post, it's almost all bots.
Yeah,
it's all just random crap, and I just don't get it.
Maybe it's an old man move, but I mostly just use Facebook again. Discord,
I just don't do social media. I just don't care about it.
I don't post. I just read.
I don't do any of that.
My family's doing. I'm looking at what my family's doing, man.
Call them.
No. Sounds awful.
No, the only time I ever go on Facebook is for Facebook Marketplace because Craigslist is kind of trash now.
Is it?
Yeah, it's if you were to check the same things between Craigslist and Facebook Marketplace has more things. It's more searchable, but now a lot of people like to just put things up there for crazy high amounts that are never really possible to try to stand out by being the highest or the lowest value for searching.
What's that other one that used to have a list in the name but doesn't anymore?
Angie's List?
Yeah.
Yeah, that still exists.
It's just Angie now.
It's just Angie's, I think. But that's very different.
Is it?
That's
I honestly don't know.
Angie's List, if I remember right, is for rating like contractors. So if you're trying to find somebody to get work done.
Well, that was what the Better Business Bureau was for.
Yeah, but you can get people doing the reviews. You can see what people say about things, and not just like what the government says about a thing.
I guess it matters if you trust more random people or like a staff.
A random write-up, no. One with pictures, usually I will. If something is describing stuff in the picture and they like depending on how they're speaking, I'll trust those much more. I like seeing things. Yeah, I don't go on Facebook. I think I went on there not long ago to update something because it was so old that it could probably be like somebody in my family could look at it and say like, that's not right. So I updated a couple things, but other than that, no. It probably says all the same bands from 2006 or whatever.
It's the only reason I know when your birthday is. You can't get rid of it or I'll forget. Also, like, it's where I go. It's where I follow family and I follow friends from high school. And it's kind of neat to see what they're up to.
Trying to stay away from you.
Well, obviously.
Oh, Trixie, she's
entering the fourth dimension.
She's awakening the third eye.
It's just young chin on moves.
Okay, so I was working on this. I'm like, I thought I started some shot. This is the one because the lip syncing's done.
This is what you were working on.
No.
Here.
Oh, I did emojis.
Did.
Yeah.
Are they derpy emojis? Because that's the best kind. Okay, good.
So we did Pog Pony.
Oh, no, she's definitely on something.
I modified
all the ecstasy.
I modified the texture of the eye to make her have a wider eye.
Yeah,
because it definitely helped. But we also did
the sad pony.
Yeah, we did sad derpy.
I see her.
Where is she?
She's next to Pog Derpy.
Oh yeah, this one.
I think you had 3 Pog Derpies. Why is she so sad?
It's very sad because you weren't there.
Aww.
Somebody made fun of her muffins and you weren't there to punch them.
Should have punched them. You should have punched them.
And then we also did Shrug Derpy.
She's a little broken.
It was the best I could do.
She's good though.
But also it's meant to be like that big, so it's fine. And then we started 2 others. I just didn't finish them. It was supposed to be an Angel Derpy and a Devil Derpy.
Well, those are good derpies.
Both of them?
Yeah, they got little outfits.
They balance out to just the perfect derpy. I only go on Facebook to let friend know that I'm still alive and check in to see if my sister has done the world a favor and kicked the bucket. Wow. Are you working on the Angel? Yeah, I haven't worked on them since the weekend. I really didn't want to do anything this weekend because at my computer.
I'm very happy the AC's working again. It is like 89 outside and humid as heck.
The humidity is not horrible, but it's still not fun.
Not fun.
Yeah. No, it's
we almost died.
It's not good, and it's going to be like that for. I think not this coming weekend. I think it's the weekend after. We're talking mid-70s.
Somebody activated a big dirt, but I didn't see a big dirt.
I'll fix. Yeah, they're talking towards the end of next week. They're talking mid-70s.
How mid-70s? Like
75. But then by Saturday it's gonna be 72.
Oh, see, that's
the 3 degrees different.
That's the difference between going outside and doing maybe a fire pit and not.
You were talking about wanting to go out there last weekend with a fire pit.
That's because my mom enjoys.
And you would have enjoyed a fire pit.
I mean, she likes being warm. Definitely would have been warm.
Oh, it would have been horrible.
72 is fire pit weather. That's like, that's the line though.
They're talking like 57 overnight, which means 72 by the time you start a fire pit, it's going to drop down to 70 or lower.
Yeah, which is going to be nice.
Yeah, that would be really nice.
That would be nice. And we need to burn up some of that wood, especially if we're going to bring down that other tree.
Yeah. A big shout out to the large bodies of water near my house that regulate temperature. Yes, we don't have any of that. We're in the center. Lake Superior doesn't do shit. If you live in Duluth, like right on the water, it helps a lot. But at that point, you're also further north and it's just cold and you get freezing wind coming off the lake. So it's not all that great either. My brother lived there for a couple of years and drove garbage truck, and they have steep hills and they would just have people slide them down them all the time.
Either those big garbage trucks would slide or no? Would the garbage trucks slide? I think they would.
Yeah.
Really? Oh.
Yeah, but but you knew what you were doing. You know, like when the roads are certain conditions, you get used to it. So it's more about just, you're not going straight down the hills. You do the weaving left and right past them, or you try to figure out other ways to do it.
Yeah, but I mean, if the garbage trucks don't have traction, nothing's going to have traction. So that's surprising.
But a lot of those, I don't know how torque works, but they all run on natural gas.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah, most of the trash trucks do now.
Cool.
So yeah, my brother's he works for waste management, and yeah, they run on natural gas.
I wonder what kind of engine. Is it like a Stirling engine of some sort?
Why are you asking me?
I don't know. It's interesting.
Why are you asking?
From an engineering perspective. Because it wouldn't be a combustion engine, I wouldn't think.
I think.
I'm actually gonna look that up later. Ooh, Stirling engines. Stirling engines are fascinating. Because they can run off of any heat source or cold source. As long as there's enough temperature difference between like two areas, they will run. They're cool.
Bonds would be used for silly and a role not comprehend her knowledge. Derpies? Oh yeah, for the evil net. Yeah, the reason I use Facebook is to see my family, except my grandparents are on it. I had a problem where I used to do more on Facebook, especially more towards the beginning of the Brony thing. But I would post some of the stuff I was working on, and then one day somebody's like, "You should stop posting this stuff, or people are gonna think things." I'm like, okay, Facebook's not the place to post this anymore. But I just kind of went away from it. But other people post stuff for me. Like if we're at meetups and they tag me, and if they tag me, then my family that I do have on there can see that. And they started getting confused when I had pictures with the lady that just wanted, it was like, "Oh, hey, you're Argo, like get a picture." And then they're like, "Who's that?" And I'm like, "Oh my God."
My.
So like some of that gets a little annoying.
You should make a point just to take pictures of random women you're standing next to, just tag you in them. Not even like, not talking to them, not looking at them, just like your back's to some lady and just like, "Look at this one."
I don't think no, I don't think they really do that anymore. The amount of times I'll go on there and it'll be like 2 years and I just have a bunch of happy birthday messages, but literally the email that I have tied to that is my Hotmail email.
Yeah.
And the only reason I have that email is to have all my trash go to. So I don't get any notification from Facebook. So people post this stuff and I don't get it.
It's just courtesy to go on Facebook on your birthday and like the happy birthdays. I don't like them.
No, I don't get it.
People are going through the trouble of wishing you a happy birthday. Please acknowledge they exist.
I just don't go on Facebook, and if it's going to become like an obligation of, because I had the account, I have to use it, I'm just going to close it down.
You know who recently wished me happy birthday on Facebook?
Who?
Ray. Long
Uranus?
hair? No, long hair guy. Brony. We saw him at Winnie City. He was there. He said hi.
Yeah, Uranus.
I call him Ray.
But that's his online name.
Is it? I didn't.
Yeah.
I call him by his actual name.
He goes by Uranus.
Neat. I didn't
He's
know that.
one of the anthologists. Yeah, I remember seeing him.
Yeah. He wished me a happy birthday. I bet he wishes you a happy birthday and you don't even notice.
I don't think I have him on Facebook because that requires going on there to accept friend invites.
Now I got Graham is on my Facebook. So I do have a few.
I have Graham.
Yeah.
But that was back when I was still using it. It was, I used it to keep track of like the Minnesota Bronies, what they were doing, verifying meetups, that type of stuff. Cause that was how I got into that, but I never posted on there. Oh no, I used to post my videos on there, but then I stopped doing that.
Minnesota Brony group still posts their group photos on there. It's not a lot of people, but they're keeping it together.
You could be a +1, Michael.
I mean, I consider it sometimes, but the only person who shows up that I would have any, that I would probably talk to at all is Chris.
Yeah, that's why we stopped going, though, because we ended up all towards just after COVID, when it started happening again, we made up 2/3 of the people that were there. So we ended up just interacting with each other anyway. So we're like, well, why are we doing this? Let's just go do our own thing if we're going to do the time.
It was fun to go to the mall once a month, though.
You just like that because they have horse stuff.
Sometimes, not a lot. Like, nobody has horse stuff much anymore. But you did tell me Toys R Us might have horse stuff, so I'm curious to go back and check. I even went into the little store when I was there recently. For my mom's visit, we went right after we got back from right as we were leaving the airport. That was like the first thing we did. And I went into the little store near the Lego store, the little toy store there.
Mm-hmm.
No horse. That place always had horse. Depressing. You know what they got? All these Toy Stories got Care Bears, and it feels like a spit in the face because that's Hasbro. So Hasbro's putting toys out there, just not horse toys. Care Bear? Who cares about Care Bear?
Some people do.
Yeah, well, they're wrong.
Well, there's some people that don't care about ponies, so.
Well, they're also wrong.
Horse and only horse.
That's right.
Cancel all television shows. Replace with horse.
Exactly. All television shows should have horse. Humans are overrated.
Okay, I think that's good now.
Just soap operas, but with horse. You can have Marvel movies, but with horse. Make it all horse. Oh yeah, what's new with the Sonic Curie and the new mold spore specimens? It's probably alive. It's almost certainly alive in the cabinet. I looked at it yesterday. It's in there.
It's in a box.
Yes.
Well, they're all sealed. I would pretty sure that we can get mold in it.
Probably, unless there's already something in it with the package.
But it's got no oxygen or anything.
Yeah.
Unless there's something in there that's not, but I don't know what their standards are for
That thing traveled across the ocean. That container ship. That was probably pushing 150 degrees. It got cooked on the way.
Okay, I think I can do this.
There's probably somebody on the internet somewhere is like, anybody has a packet of Sonic Curry from 5 years ago unopened, I will pay you $1,000. Probably somewhere out there. But no, you have to eat it.
No, that's my birthday pack. I'm $1,000.
If you can. No. Hello, Biden.
The thing is, I think the problem we have is the moment stream ends, completely forget about it until the next stream or whenever this brought up again. So I just never think about it to even try to think about trying to
think about it when you see it in there, because you can see it.
It's up in the corner.
It's like bottom right.
When I open it up, I know exactly what I'm going for. I'm not digging around for things because I remember things.
It's just there. It's plain sight. It's not buried.
It's in the upper right,
it's
right?
In the lower right.
Okay, yeah, but when I go in there, I know exactly what I'm looking for. I'm not you're looking at everything. I'm only looking at what I need. I literally don't look at it. I don't see it.
It's tunnel vision that doesn't include the Sonic Curry.
Yes.
much would I pay for Ninja Turtle? I am
Ninja Turtle pie, I'm guessing.
Turtle pie, yeah. Like, I don't like. Here's the thing: if I got one that was, I would want to eat it. So, like, I would want Hostess to make new ones, not one from 20 years ago. That one's probably not gonna be very good. Hostess needs to re-release them in the original wrapper, in the wrapper they made 20 years ago, because that would 100% be a nostalgia thing for a lot of people. It's not just me. I go on the internet and there is like a Facebook group that's just dedicated to Ninja Turtle pie, and they still post.
Hey, it worked for Szechuan sauce.
Yeah, but there is bigger cry for the Szechuan sauce than the Ninja.
You just got to make
pie.
a cartoon and be like, I need my turtle pies, Morty. I need my turtle pies.
My turtle pies. I've considered trying to make it myself, because all it really is the standard vanilla pudding Hostess pie, which I think they still make. I'm pretty sure they do, with just a green sugar coating. So all I really have to do is go get the vanilla pudding pies and put a green shell coating on them, and that would be the Ninja Turtle pie. But I've seen the internet videos of people who try to do it, and it doesn't look the same. It doesn't look right.
That's why you got to do it, Michael.
I would.
It's on you. You failed at the meat bread, but I know you can do this.
If there was like a limited release of Ninja Turtle pies, I'd pay up to $10 for one. I would.
If somebody had an authentic Ninja Turtle pie that was freshly made, but exactly like the old one,
Yeah.
what would you pay for it?
The $10.
So if it was sitting in front of you and they're like, it's $50.
Wait, is it the Hostess one?
It's the exact same one.
It's the made by Hostess.
Yeah.
$50.
Yeah.
I'm gonna eat it.
Yeah. No, it's only one.
$50 is a bit for something I'm gonna
But it's
eat.
the only one that's ever going to exist.
Well, then I wouldn't eat it. Because now I feel like I'm killing an endangered species.
You're the one that wanted to eat a mammoth.
It's different. I want them to roam the earth, and then I want to eat one. Or if they're already all dead, it doesn't matter.
I want them to try to escape first. I need the game.
Exactly. There was Ninja Turtle pies were represented a childhood magic in my brain.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Like, I could see you paying $50 to have that one moment back.
It is
Because then it would be, because back when you had it when you were younger, it was as if it was always going to be there. But now that you know it's something that you would treasure and have just that one time, it would mean more. So I think that would be worth $50 just to have that one moment, and then it feels like you checked a box and you're done.
Yeah, I suppose
Kobe.
you're right. I probably would pay the $50.
Or you would. I could see you paying like more than that.
If it got over 100, I'd have to be like, you know what, my childhood is worth that much.
Your one turtle pie.
I'll make my own turtle pie and pretend it's the same.
It's not the same. Get one of those electric pocket pie makers, some frozen pie crust, pie filling of your choice, make the pie. It probably wouldn't be the same doing it that way. That sounds fancy.
No.
This is Hostess. It was not fancy. Dip it in glaze made from powdered sugar and green food coloring.
That's all the glaze is. It's just like...
Yeah. It definitely looked like... By a turtle pie, it looked like something that they made a turtle pie. Mm-hmm. It looked like radiated poop.
It's very green.
Yes.
Like, I don't know how they managed to get it that green.
Cancer.
It's probably some food coloring that's been banned since the 90s they used. The only reason I can think they haven't done it is because of copyright or because of licensing fees. Because I could see them coming back because Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle has really been knocking it out of the park with content. Yeah,
they've made some really good cartoons. The games they've been putting out have actually been good, and they have another one coming out later this year that looks really good. Mm-hmm. And they have another thing coming out with them that also is apparently looking really good. And so I think if it becomes popular enough, somebody's going to ask the question. and from high enough up that says sure, then Hostess can get in on it, because that's the whole point. Hostess isn't going to do it unless there's some benefit for getting more sales from it.
Yeah.
So if it ends up becoming bigger enough, yeah, I can see them doing it, or as a promotional thing before something comes out. But it's probably going to be like smaller and not the same.
Well,
but at least
Yeah. I'm bigger, so the pies just appear smaller too. So it would be hard to say which is which. But as a kid, I was convinced if I ate those pies, I would get mutant powers.
That's called. Okay, what was his name from Family Guy?
Adam West.
Yeah, Adam West. When he goes to get superpowers, he goes, "You have cancer." Oh.
No, the closest I could probably ever get is just go buy the vanilla pudding pie and then cover it in the green food dye.
It has to be green, though.
Has to be green. It's not an age supply if it ain't green. No, I never see those pies at the store anymore. They used to be in every store, everywhere, all the time. The Hostess fruit pies. Pudding pies, but I don't know that I ever see them anymore. I'm fairly certain they still exist, but I just don't see them. Hostess did have trouble a few years back. They shut down for like 6 months and then reopened for horrible reasons, but I'm not gonna go good.
If it's food, it's usually bad.
Yeah, it was more about getting rid of the unions that had formed inside the company. But yeah, I don't see their products around as much as I used to. I mean, the standard stuff. You still see Twinkies and whatnot, just at the pop.
I really don't buy too many of those, but every now and then, like a good Star Crunch, is good. Or I don't like the Twink. I don't care much about Twinkies or like the Hoes or those. But Star Crunch is good.
Little Debbie's stuff is better than Hostess.
They're not the same.
Little Debbie's and Hostess, no, two different companies. But Little Debbie's makes like the Star Crunch and stuff. I just like the good stuff. The Nutty Buddy bars. Those are good. Horse? Yes, horse. There's 2 horses. They're making a horse pile.
Can't take him. Can't take him.
You're a wobble.
Can't take him.
I think the stream's called like Horsey Horse Time or Horsey Horse Horse.
That's a good name for a stream.
Can't take him. Can't take him.
I'm just waiting for these horsies to start kissing, and then we'll have a real stream.
With Applejack's dead mother there?
She's not dead.
Okay, so she's gonna be in the middle of it? Are they all smooching?
No, she can smooch.
Who is she smooching?
And Trixie. Some of the ponies on the card who are napping.
How about Applejack?
No smooching.
On the cheeks.
Is that smooching?
Yeah, it's so cute. It's a mom smooching her daughter.
Wait, so while she's all over Trixie, she just comes over and covered in Trixie juice.
Okay.
And like is going smooch on her cheek.
Trixie juice. Oh, no. Don't bottle it.
Can't take him. I can't take him. Can't take.
I mean, no smooching, go weed. What do we? Trixie juice. Ooh. What do you mean, ooh? Trixie takes offense. I might come back to it. Good, positive.
So Code Weep
conversations.
Code Weep, what was your big highlight of Galacon?
Can't take him.
I thought it was funny. Like last year was September, and this year like July. It's really jumping around.
Yeah, I guess they get it when they can get it for a reasonable price.
I'm guessing it was a little warmer.
Yeah. I don't know what the temps are over there right now. It's definitely warm here. As long as the weather was nice. Even if it was a little warm. Was the weather nice? That's what I want.
I heard something about it was a little warmer. And you know, there's nothing worse than like steamy, sticky bronies.
As long as you can go to the beer garden at the end of the night.
Yeah, they still showed that. He posted pictures.
Jump baby. Jump baby.
It was boiling, especially with fresh rain on Saturday, so it was hot and sticky. Fun.
Ooh, yeah, because like last year it was gorgeous. Like you couldn't have asked for better weather for the entire thing.
It was a little
Like,
later in the year.
yeah, September helps a lot, but
You know. No, I'm sure it was fun though. What a horse happiness. Fall is the best time to do anything outside.
fall depends on the place, and so it was just for there. Just September is that time of year. It's really really nice.
It's just a nice venue.
Yeah, the venue is really nice too. The big field.
A lot of the cons we go to are surrounded by parking lots,
Yeah,
so
they're in the concrete jungles, but that's also just part of the different locations. Some people respect nature around them a little more than others.
yeah.
Baby. Baby. Baby.
I don't know. Maybe they should aim for later in the year, just because.
Baby.
I don't know, the fall you roll the dice a little bit more with rain, but the days that aren't rainy are super nice.
Baby. Jump baby.
This animation is coming along, yes. I would hope so. If he's going backwards in its completion, then he's gonna end up just being what is it, a Fallout video game.
We're making progress. It took a while to get started because keyframing and camera placement just take time. There's nothing I can do about that. You're trying to plan and it's kind of boring, but this part, once the keyframing's done, I don't have to think about the animation anymore. It's just smoothing it all out and then adding some detail. That's so much easier to do. But this is also where I think this is where burnout usually comes in, because you're doing the same thing over and over again. Like you're just smoothing stuff. And after doing that 20, 30, 40 hours, it's like, okay, I need something else. That's why some of the videos where, when we're doing like the anime intro ones where all the scenes are very different, sometimes it's nice to like scene build a few and then move on and start doing some of the keyframing, but then once that gets a little bit much, move on to doing more scene building, so it feels like you can jump around a lot more. That keeps it way more interesting.
Some smooching would help.
Especially with lip syncing, because lip syncing is
If you
horrible.
did, the kind of video you would never get bored of animating. It'd be like a shipping video, because then I would just be over here giggling the whole time. So that'd be fun.
It's a good way to get you to shut up. So I've done some weird stuff on the screen while you're talking before, and when you talk, you don't look.
Yeah.
You just shut down, and then like a minute in, you're like a rant or something. You'll just be like, oh my God.
My brain is only capable of talking or seeing. I can't do both. I go blind. Like if I'm in the car with you and you guys start talking, you realize I don't see the road anymore. We're gonna die. Brain cannot process those things at the same time.
Yeah, but it's talking or cute horse, and you're choosing talking.
Ooh. I like cool horse.
I think they were still busy with getting the location set up last year, which is why it was later in the year than usual. Yeah, and it could be that changing locations, they weren't able to get the contracts in time, because I know like part of the venue was taken up by that like fishing convention or fishing thing. And then did they have the full venue this time? Did the air conditioning work well? Because I know those windows, I'm like, ugh. They had the really nice screens that went over them though. Yeah, we were right to fishing.
I actually learned in Germany you have to like practice fish for so many hours before you're allowed a fishing license. I think that's what they were doing.
It looked like fly fishing or something too. It wasn't just normal fishing. It looked like different poles.
Like here in the U.S., you can just be like, "Can I have a fishing license?" And they'll just be like, "That's $20," and here you go. But over there, you actually have
big
to,
derp.
like, take classes. There's a big derp. A cool big derp. She's like, "It's all a big derp."
Okay, sometimes you just look like you're not giving Derpy the attention she deserves.
How dare you, sir? My waifu. I give her lots of attention. My eyes were on her the whole time. She's cute. And I went to boop.
No.
Are you gonna ban booping now? For smooching?
No booping.
Boops are required. Horses need them to survive. Like food, water, booping. That's what horses need. This was your fault. You were talking to me. I will say, when I was I had just gotten my first car. That was my car. And my sister was in the passenger seat, and she was just talking up a storm and laughing and giggling and everything else, and she distracted me, and it was the one time I got into a fender bender because I didn't see the oncoming.
That's all. Wait, is that how close you are to just an accident? Is one small distraction?
Well, I've gotten better. I was like 20 or something. It's the one time I got into a fender bender. She was actively distracting me. And I was overconfident. No, I'd love to go to that con again. I would. It's just very far away
and expensive for what it is.
Just need to get on, like, sneak on the freighter ships. It'll take us probably 2 weeks to get there, but we might get arrested for illegally traveling. What horses?
Yeah, no, if that con was closer, I think it was one of the better managed cons, and for being only 2 days too. It was very well managed in a beautiful area with staff that was amazingly friendly and very relaxed the whole time too. The staff was very fun to interact with. The food was great. It was very different. Well, some was very different. Others, like if we went, I think we went for the burger one time just to see how like a burger was here or in there, and it was good. It just wasn't, I would say, like, wow, their burgers are much better. Overall, for a hole in the wall place, it was very good.
I think I mentioned it before. I grew up in the Cincinnati area, which is a very large German population. So what I experienced was the food I ate at home, which I was very happy with. Like, I like that food.
Also, the Fanta is way better. I did like the Fanta.
Yeah, the Fanta's better.
The Fanta was actually something to get every time. No, very cool group. And also just like maybe it was just the like rose tinted glasses or something, but everybody that was at the con just felt that they were chill. Like nobody was, there's some people there that were definitely 4chaners, but they were still, from what I could tell, very respectful and good people. And like, the whole vibe was very different.
Yeah, the cons over here have been getting some shaky vibes, but it's fine. It's fine. Looks away. Nothing. Happy. Look at that horse butt.
Throwing shit in 4chan, yeah. Because the amount of, I've interacted with a lot of different groups from 4chan and stuff, and a lot of them, like some of the BabsCon stuff that they did with Kim Possible with 1 year, it's just, there's, whether or not somebody's a good person doesn't matter. There's certain like lines that you shouldn't cross, because then you're not really showing yourself to be any better than the other person. And there's so many bad groups I've ran into for different places. I don't interact with those groups, but still they're around.
Sad to hear mid-prim ain't going to Ciderfest now. Speaking of people I like hanging out with, got wedding. Yes, cut it out. No getting married around horse cons. Illegal.
Mid-prim's getting married?
No, that'd be a bigger deal. She's just going to a wedding.
Cancel your wedding.
Cancel it right now. There's Horsey horse time.
Currently feeling a bit down. Sorry, on Sundays, so I'll be lying down and probably shut up for a while and fall asleep. Feeling a bit down as in sick, or feeling down as in like post-con depression?
Is that post-con as a con crud? Which I don't think I've ever gotten. I got sick one time after a trip, but not after a con.
I got sick at the convention once. Ooh. That was BabsCon, like the whole last day. I was stuck in the hotel room because I couldn't move. Like it was, I think I had the flu, but it was affecting my breathing so much that like standing up, I would get like almost black out. And I remember Kyle was trying to push me. He's like, dude, you should come and hang out with people. I'm like, I can't get up. I literally slept all day. And I think they went out to eat at a Chinese restaurant and they brought back soup. And that was the only thing I ate all day, was some soup. I did go down and hang out with some people at some point, but I was like, I shouldn't be down here. Like, and so I went back, and the flight back was so horrible because my ears wouldn't pop. Yeah, sick, cold. Okay.
Yeah, there's nothing worse than getting sick when you're on a trip. This is the worst.
I had concerns about that for like Galacon, because you're going to a whole new place, so you're going to interact with things you might not otherwise normally interact with. And then we had a full like 3 days afterwards of going to Berlin and doing stuff. So it's like, I really don't want to get sick.
Don't get sick.
Yeah.
Luckily, I don't think anybody got sick.
No, we were perfectly fine the whole time.
I think Adam was a little after getting back, but during the time,
for something like that, I don't mind if I came back and I was full-blown flu for a week.
Yeah.
As long as I don't have it when I'm there.
Yeah. No, I think we had some fun.
Yeah, it was. It was 1 week that felt like a month. It was so much. We did so quickly.
I remember it fondly.
And that's what
around the city was so easy.
Well, we did a lot of walking, but it's because we wanted to see everything.
Yeah.
But yeah, and that's why I was constantly like recording stuff too, because like being able to go back and see like, oh yeah, then we walked down this street and then down this street, and like, yeah, it was. I wish I would have almost had like one of the like a GoPro or something that you can like attach and then just keep it recording
the whole time.
Yeah, other than certain times, which like if you're going to the bathroom, obviously, or if you're eating dinner or something, stop. But if you're walking places, I've thought about doing that, but I don't know.
The parks especially were nice. I loved those parks.
The parks are really nice, yeah.
So many statues, so much history, just art. It was basically walking through a pre-riddled museum. It was wonderful.
Oh, that one big park, just west of the Brandenburg. Yeah, that park was way cooler and bigger than I thought it was.
Yeah.
I'm kind of glad. The only reason we walked through it is because the Victor Memorial like was a last minute. Oh yeah, that's over there.
Yeah.
And we walked there.
That was like the best part.
The I don't know. The forest was the favorite part of Berlin.
I loved it.
For my favorite part is probably the Victor the Victory statue, because that was like just super cool and all the history behind it.
A little bit of vertigo on the top.
No, it was the energy to climb up. It was so far up.
I'm just glad I wasn't the one who had to keep stopping. It probably would have been me if it wasn't Adam, but it was Adam, so I felt better.
No, I was gonna stop no matter what, because you don't want to get to the top and then be exhausted. You want to get up there and at least have a little bit of energy.
No, my favorite part of all of that was, you remember that little area with the fountain and like the I don't know, what you would call it. It was like a half arena thing. in the
Yeah, I know what you're
front.
talking about.
Like that.
That was really cool
I
too.
loved that. It was beautiful. It felt like I was in some fantasy movie. The vine just swinging in the wind, and just the flowers and the old architecture that was older than anyone alive. It was fantastic. Like, the United States doesn't have a lot of old things. We have things we call old, but they're not old. Not by comparison to stuff in Europe.
If you misbehave, security discreetly escort you out the back and beat you with socks filled with horseshoes.
Oh no, that's like the worst.
If it's a really big sock, I mean, it's probably not too bad.
It's lots of horseshoes.
I can't take him. Baby. I can't take him. Baby. I can't take.
I like the train ride. There really wasn't any part of that trip I didn't enjoy.
The train ride was fun.
I can't take him.
You guys just going for sandwiches? Even that brought me joy.
And on the train,
Yeah.
that was really fun, actually. Going like, it's a little cafeteria on a train with the seats zooming by next to you, having to hold on because you hit a bump and all the glassware shaking around, and like, it was fun. That train was really neat. I would definitely ride it again if we were there again.
I can't take him. Baby. I can't
You can
take
have the
him.
same experience by riding the trains here, right?
The seats would probably be not much different in terms of comfort, but you would probably have very different people.
Well, I looked into it. The table seats just don't exist.
Yeah, I'm not surprised on that. But the American culture of people, just the way that people are very self-centered and self-serving on a train like that, it would probably mean that you just have a horrible time anyway.
And the only difference between like the $40 a person tickets that I saw and the $80 business tickets is like a little bit of extra legroom. That's it.
I thought there was a ton of legroom.
Yeah, on the
I
on
felt
the train.
comfortable.
Yeah. No, the trains in Europe were great.
And the windows were big, so you can actually look out the window and enjoy it. Where if you're like on an airplane, you're in a super tight seat with no window, like, or barely any.
Fancy Lars.
Thank you for the follow, the one Skyland one. Thank you very much.
I can't take him. I can't take
I
him.
want nice trains here.
If you want, I will find the picture of that thing you were talking about. That was
My favorite thing at the park.
Almost got to split this up by day.
Just sitting, the fact that I could sit down on the stone, the concrete bench, and actually sit on it, because in my mind, anything that old in the United States, I shouldn't be allowed to touch.
Yeah, this like thing.
Back up.
The first picture when we went in there was the one that had the whole thing. I thought.
Yeah, back up a little bit.
What do you mean back up?
Like you were, I saw the bench. Look,
There's
where's
Adam.
the bench. Yeah.
We're all looking around.
There.
He's just
See that bench?
yeah.
That bench is old as heck. It should be in a museum, but I can just walk up to it and sit on it.
A lot of this was
Like
rebuilt in.
Romans
No,
on it.
a lot of this stuff looks older, but it was rebuilt after World War II.
When there's still bullet holes all in it.
Yeah, so some of it is old, but some of it is pretty new.
That bench is old.
Yeah, it was a beautiful day. I mean, it was like, I think that day was like mid 70s in terms of Fahrenheit.
It was a wonderful day.
Yeah, it was gorgeous.
Oh, there's my bald head sitting on the bench.
I don't know if are you. Yeah, you're sitting.
I'm sitting.
I just like that stuff blowing.
Or maybe I was standing.
But yeah, that's the whole thing. Very, very pretty. And we just literally walked around a corner and found it. It was really cool. Oh, yeah, how bright the flowers were. But yeah, I took a lot of this type video.
The garden.
Stuff where we were walking around so we could get an idea of
Adam
everything.
beauty all around and he's on his phone.
Well, I am too, recording.
I guess, but he's checking messages. You're recording. It's different.
Yeah, that was just
There I am with not my phone in my hand. Just Adam. Just Adam's back.
yeah, but he's traveled more internationally than we have.
He has.
I can't take him. Take him. I can't take.
You ain't seen that garden.
Take him. Take him. Take him. Take him. Take him. Take him. Take. Take him. Take him. Take him.
Chat. We need help with this video.
Baby.
Say in chat how we might improve, make these horses even cuter. No idea is a bad idea unless it's a bad idea, and then you know what the bad ideas are. So we want good ideas. The pony should hydrate, and so should you.
I can't take him.
Oh, Starfire Dream.
Oh, Starfire, you definitely like them hydrates. Well, cheers.
Trying to drown you.
Hello. I haven't drank that much water this weekend, even with all the heat. I had a fan blowing on me, so I was like, well, I'm not really sweating. Well, it probably was. It just was immediately evaporating, and that was what was keeping me cool.
Baby. I can't take him. We probably should jump baby. Jump baby.
Ain't the cute wavy pony.
Baby. 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 I can't. Baby.
I feel like anything in the US, as soon as it hits like 100 years old, people put it behind a barrier and you can't ever touch it ever again. And it just wasn't that way over there.
Well, they're keeping good care of it, but they're also not like, don't touch it, nature, like whatever. They're just like letting it be. But also, it could just be that they have so much history. They're like, some of it we don't have to worry about. Or just the amount of stuff that was only rebuilt in the last 15 years. Because it's just, there was so much damage.
Yeah, it was.
And it just took so much money and time that it's just, maybe some things are deprioritized. My little neighbor's trying to say that go outside. Let's ask her when they're taking the tree down. Is it still up? Wow. Just tell him that you're gonna go pick up the gasoline tomorrow, and that they should see it ablaze within the next 24 hours.
It does upset me mildly that there is like a tree that people want taken down, and it's not gone yet. I mean, if I really wanted to, I could
it
take
fell
down
over.
the tree. Yeah.
No, their tree fell over.
Yeah.
It was in the wind, so it's not a tree anymore. It's a hazard.
So take a chainsaw, chop it up.
If it's leaning into a property, you can't just do that because it could fall on something.
Put up a sign that says free wood.
Somebody with insurance has to take it down though, because it's in a rough spot.
Or just, if you mess up, get in your car, drive away really fast.
Well, then you're not going to get any of the wood.
Yeah, well, you won't. Leave it to the next guy to try.
Which would be me.
Yes. After the initial screw up, I'll jump in. This is my stomach. You're the one who fed me half a pizza right before coming down here.
Well, originally Adam kind of made mention about doing brats yesterday, and I was like, "Why did you do sandwiches yesterday, brats today?" Because then it's spread out time. He goes, "Oh yeah, I'll do that." So I thought he was going to make brats, but then he left before I was even home to go play cards. So yeah, there was a miscommunication issue there.
It's fine. I would have just eaten waffles. Nothing else.
Well, I only got home at like just before 5:30, so I didn't have really time to do much else.
Yeah. I'm gonna get another drink.
We're just gonna get a whiskey Coke. If you wanna, but there's the cold diet or caffeine-free Coke down here. She's one of those.
Sounds awful. Drink.
Well, here. Take that. Thank you. Tell them to either escape the handlers to catch a new one. Do what normal people do. If you want to be sneaky, just go and cut it down at like 3 a.m. Nobody's going to know you did it. It's too dark.
Baby. Baby.
Okay. Do. I'm trying to make it work from like a eye roll was in the middle of happening. Too strong in an eye roll.
Baby. Baby. I can't. Baby. Baby.
Sorry, than the house, I wouldn't be able to do that quietly. Well, he's got to get like a low volume chainsaw. Put a silencer on it.
Baby. Baby.
Thank you. Silencer, yeah. Well, if you think about it, if you when you revved up the chainsaw and started cutting, you'd probably have 10 seconds before even the nearest person was able to look out a window, because they're gonna get up and be like, "What the hell's going on?" Mm-hmm. Well, a family friend's mother died and lost property to his sons. The corporation offered a large sum for it. The city, however, wanted it for a park and passed an ordinance making the oak tree a monument. The goal to force the brother to sell to the city for pennies. The older brother went in a dead of night and cut it down with a chainsaw. Yeah, I mean, well, you can't say the older brother did it. Somebody went in the night and the dead of night and cut it down.
It just seems like a lot of bureaucracy to cut down one tree.
Well, if they're going to get screwed over, because the thing is, why would it matter? They could, if the corporation bought it, then the city could maybe still do something with it with the corporation, or deal with the corporation.
Is the tree bothering anyone? Is it in fact affecting someone's life?
That one?
Yeah.
I don't know. It's just they were trying to block. They were using the tree as an excuse to not be able to sell the property.
No, I mean the one that Nineski's dealing with.
The wind knocked it down.
Yeah.
It broke.
Yeah, but people seem to really care.
Because it's a tree. It's an association, so they want things to be pretty.
Oh.
When you're getting rid of it, because it definitely looks tacky.
I don't know, if it wasn't affecting me, I wouldn't care about the tree personally.
And people will deal with it when they're going to deal with it.
The only reason I want to cut down trees out there is because firewood. Really the only reason I care. Free firewood. Yay.
Oh, actually, that kind of works.
This has the benefit of cleaning up the back a little bit. Look on AJ's face, like, he saw a squirrel.
I think she needs to have a little bit more, like, anger in here.
AJ looks like that kid that has that horrible secret where she just ate a chipmunk when she was 5. Children are awful. Oh no, it has to come down. It's wobbling slightly in the wind. Half the base is gone. I see.
And eventually, if it snaps, it could hurt somebody if they're around it. McBride City Council literally said nah to them and told them it was his property and his tree and he could do whatever he wanted with it. Well, no, actually, I don't think you can cut down a tree without a permit. It depends on the state, but sometimes you do need permits to cut down trees.
I mean, if you own the property.
Yeah, but it's still the government. They have rules and like you could say like, it's my house, I can burn it down. Well, yeah, but then there's other problems that are involved with that too. So you can't just do anything to your property. You have a lot of flexibility, but if you have to cut down a tree, you have to get a permit. But mainly, it's just they're not going to tell you like you can't do that because we say no. They're mainly checking is it a tree that's 1,000 years old and should be protected. They're just checking boxes.
That'd be fine if they didn't charge you for the time and the effort.
Yeah, most of the time it's just a couple bucks, if anything.
Okay.
Or not even a pay. It's just literally getting their sign off. So,
I never ate a chipmunk as a kid, no. But I do have a story where I caught a chipmunk. Me and my at my grandmother's place, we managed to catch a chipmunk in like a big plastic container. Think like a big I don't know, like mixed nut container, a really really big one. We got the chipmunk in there and we brought it to my mom, saying, "Can we keep it? Can we keep it?" And it was very much already working very quickly to chew through the container it was in, so we were on borrowed time. But we caught that chipmunk.
Kyle one time had it where he had a squirrel that was just eating up his like stuff by his place, and so he ended up leaving it on a trap and caught it. And then we went to a barbecue at our apartment complex, and he brought it with him so he could release it there. He was like, he literally drove it miles away to get it away from his place. That poor squirrel.
Poor squirrel.
He probably like homeward bounded it all the way back. But then he'd like had to open it up, and the squirrel's already angry at everything. So now he has to go and like open a cage to release it, and waiting for it to come back. I don't know.
Yeah, wild animals tend to not be too thrilled. You know, with being caught. You know what was cool about the zoo I went to recently is that it wasn't the animals in the zoo. I had yet to see a single chipmunk in this state until I went to the zoo, and then they were everywhere. I've seen squirrels, but I hadn't seen any chipmunks. They're all over the zoo. They're pretty much a second exhibit. And I just see them running around like the ape exhibit, and I'm just waiting for like one of the apes to be like, fun! And it's just a dead chipmunk. But I did not see that. They seem to not really mind the chipmunks too much. By the way, Chad, I went to the zoo. Lots of cool animals. I saw Arctic foxes and polar bears.
When we were in Germany, what was the one squirrel that you said we saw and you were surprised about? Was it a red squirrel or
It's
something?
just red squirrels. It's just that they're not as common over here, and so I thought it was cool because they're native to that to Europe. They're not native to the U.S. It's considered the red squirrel is considered an invasive species here, but there's not too many of them. But the gray squirrel is an invasive species over there, and they are quite rampant. And the problem is they don't like each other. They push each other out of whichever areas they're in. But red squirrels are cool because, again, it's all that, like, cartoons always had the red squirrels. And they're prettier. They just are. Gray squirrels are boring compared to red squirrels. But what other animals did I see? Saw some giraffes, zebras, gravy bones. I saw a really old tortoise. Apparently, it was like a 200-year-old tortoise. Big old Galapagos one. Yeah, one of those. He was moving and doing stuff. That was cool. Like that tortoise knew Abraham Lincoln, maybe. I don't know. It's crazy that things live that long. Big derp. There was no big derps at the zoo. I wish there was.
A little big derp.
What else? There was ostriches. There was some ostriches. They got lots of fish. Not a ton of fish. Not an aquarium level fish, but they had some fish. Saw an anaconda. Yeah, so, you know, animals. Oh, we watched the seal show. We watched the show with the seals.
Okay.
And I think the best part, I'm like, wow, the show sure is short because we missed it. The show was like at 11:30 and we got there at 11:50 for the first show, and it was already over. And like, wow, that's short. When we watched the 2:30 show, they're like, yeah, these shows are only about 10 minutes long because that's about as long as we can hold their attention. It's like, that makes sense.
It's actually kind of funny. Yeah, that's how long they'll go before they realize we're not being fed yet.
Yeah,
Give us food.
we're done. This was fun, but we're done now. I think zebras were cool. They had wolves, but we didn't see them. They were hiding the whole time. Probably because it was so hot out.
There's actually a wolf reserve north of my parents up there. It's an actual, like, so there's just tons of wolves.
Yeah.
It's, like real wolves, and you can go pretty damn close, closer than a zoo normally. And that's their whole thing, is they're not a zoo for many other things. Wolves are their big thing. I forgot what it's called though.
I feel like people could get a little closer to wolves depending on the wolf, but maybe that's just my ooh, cute doggy in my brain.
It's definitely cute doggy in your brain. You shouldn't
play with wolves.
I've seen some people that domesticated them because they're very different. Like dogs have like a much bigger front bone here, but wolves tend to be more concave and flat, and there's a lot of differences between them. But a wolf is also much smarter. They're very smart.
But they have the pack mentality, so they're fine with the person who raises them,
but it's
not
also
anybody else.
As long as you get them when you're a puppy.
Yeah.
And the puppy doesn't care. It learns what's bad, what's good from its environment. If you raise them from a puppy, they'll probably be fine, but they're still going to have certain aggressive tendencies and stuff. That was when they were trying to domesticate foxes for a while because they thought it'd be easier to raise them for their fur. But in domesticating them, whatever it was that made them more docile by like selective breeding made the furs worse.
Yeah.
So while they basically made adorable, cute puppies that were foxes, the furs were unusable. So
Yeah. Silver foxes.
not just silver, they were more like they weren't perfectly red fur, and like it was definitely different. But they were adorable, cool little puppies.
Yeah, little happy puppies. What's that?
Oh, it might have been something in the sink settling.
Maybe. Not like it was upstairs. Maybe it's Adam. Maybe you saw him.
No, he wouldn't have got home already. I actually like that. I'm kind of overdoing the details here, but the camera is so up close that things matter a bit more.
Oh, is that a lion at the zoo? There's a lion at the zoo. A couple of them.
Bet you they love Minnesota.
Oh, yes. I mean, they're used to eat.
Well, maybe if they were born or were young when they were brought in, they might not know the difference.
You know. Not quite. Highly recommend if you ever come to Minneapolis, go to the Colorado Zoo. I enjoyed it.
And it's free, but you should donate something.
They give suggested donations, and I gave like a little over the suggested donation, but the suggested donation is still $2 per adult, and that's still cheap as heck.
Yeah, you should, whatever they're asking for, at least give that.
Yeah.
Because if it's like, wow, look at this cool thing I give for free. Hope it never goes anywhere. I'm not going to help, but I hope it never leaves. Do your thing. It's been around for a long time.
I did pay $9 for a tiny thing of cheese curds, but you know,
It was like a movie theater.
yeah.
You're not paying all your money is going to the movie. It's like inverse of that. The food is helping do that, but you're not paying for the movies.
Definitely frozen cheese curds too.
Oh no, it's like a dollar movie theater. Those places where if you don't buy food, the place is going to collapse.
We bought some food.
Or you give a larger donation or something.
Yeah. I almost did kind of feel bad only giving $5 for the two of us, but that's what they asked for. They asked for a little less than that even. If you go to a normal zoo, you're gonna pay $20 a head minimum.
Yeah, the Minnesota Zoo is like that. You're paying a ton of money. Not as nice. It's kind of crap.
Yeah.
Anytime we went there for school, we always went to Como because they're not only better, they're cheaper. So it's like better and cheaper. You can't usually have those two things together.
I will say the number of field trips that were going on there, the children outnumbered the adults in that park 10 to 1.
Well, yeah, the amount of times that I went there in like elementary school and stuff, that was the only one we ever went to. The amount of times I remember getting ready to load on the bus in front of the conservatory because that was the spot to load on the buses. Like it was always Como.
Oh, we made a day of it too. Like, we were there up until about 30 minutes before they closed. So, which was like 4 o'clock, but still. It's very much a one shift zoo. But,
Well, they got to keep prices down.
yeah.
And just because they close early doesn't really mean that they're going to be. They still have to maintain the animals and whatnot, but
There's going to still be people there taking care of the animals. Just they're not going to be servicing a crowd.
I think that's pretty good. I might leave it with that. Do I have my focal plane set? I do.
I can't take him. I can't take him.
Do you feel like I have to do the Minneapolis Zoo now to make the comparison?
The Minnesota Zoo.
Minnesota Zoo.
What? Go back down to Louisville.
Louisville.
You're saying the wrong things. I get to say the wrong
What did I
things.
say?
You said Minneapolis Zoo because everything's Minneapolis.
Yeah, everything's Minneapolis. Exactly.
It's literally the first 4 letters the same. You just have to get the ending right.
I don't know who pays for the zoo.
Actually, it's the first 5 letters are the same.
Yeah. Neat. Good. Yeah, I don't know. We go to the zoo of the Minnesotans. It's gonna be filled with deers and possums that were pulled off the road. I want to go to a zoo in a different, like in Europe, and just find like wild animals from here. It's like, here's the turkey, and here's the raccoon, here's a possum, here's a deer.
Do they?
I would think so.
Usually there's still the exotic ones like Sahara and like underwater
Yeah, but
pandas.
like for somebody who's never seen a possum, like in a foreign zoo, or turkeys or something, like you gotta think that they got those. If they're not native to the area, they got them in their zoos.
They gotta have turkey meat.
Wait, maybe? I don't know. Because I remember a few places, like England, didn't have a lot of things I thought they would have. Like, I think, yeah, I went there for Thanksgiving, and my friend's mom wanted to, like, celebrate Thanksgiving with me since I was visiting England for Thanksgiving back home, but she could not find turkey. So we ate chicken. Like, it's just, they just don't have it. They probably do, but it's just harder to come by. I don't know if anybody here is from Europe who's currently watching, but do you have like just native North American animals in your zoos that potentially we would be like, oh, like chipmunks, for instance? Maybe you got a bunch of chipmunks.
Beavers?
Maybe. I've never actually seen a beaver in the wild. Have you?
You've tasted them.
Delicious beaver butt.
Yeah, from your vanilla.
Tasty.
Michael.
That's all those little face. I want to hug that face.
Hug that face?
Mm-hmm. I want to hug her face. Face hugger.
I just... Is that a pickup line you've used before?
I'm a hug.
Hey,
your
babe,
face.
can I hug your face?
This is a good face.
Pretty sure that was taken wrong.
No, I can't imagine.
Take him. I can't take him. I can't take him.
Oh, mouth.
I can't take him. I can't take him.
I think when watching Bluey, the kind of animals they just had in the background is like just the wild animals you would see on a daily basis. It's just 100% zoo material to me.
What was the one? The bin chicken?
Yeah, I don't know what that is. They just called them bin chickens. It's probably some exotic animal to buy, to my eyes, but to them it's just more the same.
Australian white ibis.
yeah, look at
was a
that.
wading bird of Ibis family. Western Australia is primarily white plumage. Due to increasing presence in the urban environment and its habit of rummaging garbage, the species has acquired a variety of colloquial names such as tip turkey and bin chicken.
Like, look at that thing. It's totally, that would be an exhibit here. But to them, that's just like their crows.
I've heard, I had a coworker that went to Australia for a couple of weeks for work, and she's highly recommended it. It's very, very neat. Mm-hmm. It's also cool because the cities are cool, and like Australia itself, like you don't really go inland, you just stay in the cities. So
Desert inside.
mm-hmm.
Mines, at best. A lot of copper mines, a lot of zinc.
But I like the name Bin Chicken. Like it just rolls off the tongue.
Baby. I can't take him. I can't take him. I can't take him. I can't take him.
Like the idea that I could just look out my window and see a kangaroo or a freaking wombat or what else they got up there? Koala.
I can't take him.
My brain just can't handle that. It's the Australian equivalent of our trash pandas. Yeah. I haven't seen that many raccoons here compared to Kentucky. I know they're around. I just haven't seen them. Yeah, tons of raccoons. I still yet to see a moose. I keep being told I'm not gonna,
Not in Minnesota.
but I want to see a moose.
I can't take him.
No, Minnesota's, you're not going to find a moose. You'll have to go much further north. And you don't want to see a moose.
I want to see a moose.
Can't take him.
Moose are dangerous. They're
Yeah.
huge.
Yeah, but they're cool.
No, you don't want to see them. If you go diving, you might find one.
If I could, like that thing driving.
No, the water moose,
The mystic water moose.
the mermoose.
The beautiful moose and its siren call.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. I'm gonna make this.
I want a picture of a mermoose.
Beautiful
good.
mooses.
Well, now I'm curious.
Yes.
Oh, the cat and the mermoose. Ooh, look at that one.
Oh, that's a sexy mouse.
Yeah, I guess it was
I'm a
actually a
furry
thing.
now.
I don't know what that's leading to, but
I saw that documentary once.
yeah, I'm pretty sure they are pretty good swimmers. I'm gonna guess if you know what you're doing, you could beat a moose.
Did he
but
type in mermouse and that's what he got that? Yeah, I think you typed in mermouse.
did I?
That makes sense based on what you were saying.
Oh, I did. The mermoose.
Mermoose. So majestic. So beautiful.
Only the one thing.
Yeah, that's the only. I want that framed on a wall.
Yes. They're native to the northern sea, living deep in the taiga kelp forest. Much like the terrestrial counterparts, the moose stars. You will rarely meet a mermoose who isn't a fervent sports fan. The one way to rile up these typically calm creatures is to start talking trash to their favorite water polo team.
Wow.
That's exactly what I was picturing. So
Yeah, I mean, just that, but that was a little sexier than I was expecting.
Jump baby. I can't take jump baby. I can't take him. Jump baby.
Mouse.
I can't take him.
Nolan, have you not heard the tale of the majestic mermoose?
No, moose are super dangerous because they are aggressive, and if you, and I believe territorial or whatever, but if you get close, they will charge you, and they are much bigger than you. They will take you out.
Yeah,
Can't take him.
but we have to get the moose and its friend, the squirrel. So,
Take him. Take him.
I know you're referencing, and I have the first 2 seasons of that, but one of the discs is actually cracked.
it's sad.
You can't really fix that.
No, you can't fix cracked.
Yeah, so kind of sad about that. But I have all the other ones, but then at that point, I'm like, if I can't miss, if I'm missing a 1 disc of
download
of
it.
that, and it's Rocky and Bullwinkle.
Like the original Rocky and Bullwinkle?
Yeah,
Wow.
yeah, it was Chris said brought that over.
I want to hug,
You want to hug a moose?
I do too.
If you shoot it with a bunch of trank, then you can probably get away with it.
I think one problem I've seen up north is mooses will sometimes lick people's cars and then get their tongue stuck to the car, and then they just destroy the car trying to get unstuck.
I can't take him.
So that would be a bad day.
I can't take
You'd
him.
have to explain that to your insurance.
Insurance.
See, I'm already going Canadian. I'm already ready to see some mooses.
I think it's funny. Like, where do you find the moosin? They're in Canada, where the O is their favorite letter to like, or they're best known for, and they make a word that has 2 of them in there. So, it's the moose.
No, it had 1 O initially, but they just couldn't say it.
They just kept adding O's.
This is gonna be 3 O's.
It was a moose,
10 years from
then it became a moose, and then it became a moose. The 3 O's. Moose.
Moose and
Baby.
the forces is in.
Baby.
Any moose carsicle insurance. Yeah, exactly. They just really love the
Salt
the
that's on it.
movie Christmas Story. They just try to reenact it.
Okay.
Moose. Somebody here knows what I'm talking about. When are you gonna do a video where the horses are just licking salt licks? That's the thing horses do.
I don't know how I hurt Derpy with that.
Why would you want to hurt Turkey?
For all these years, you still have to ask the question.
I still don't understand. He's the cutest of horse.
Opinion.
Fact.
Facts require evidence. What is the evidence?
Look at Derpy. That's all the evidence.
That's not a scientific method.
You're not a scientific method.
Wow.
Yeah.
I know somebody with a scientific method, and that is Sci-Twi, and she's best horse.
Wow.
You saying Sci-Twi is not a good horse?
She's an excellent horse. She's just
You
not
better.
the best horse.
She has to be best horse, so she's gonna do things.
She's gonna do science. Gonna science you up. He fills me with joy because he's so cute.
She has a gun called Joy.
Oh no. Violence.
Derpy has to be aggressive. She had to go through that whole ordeal with her being, or having her voice lines changed.
Yeah. And I had to not say her name because it was too powerful. Summoned anger. I listened to Big Jim on that. It turned out it wasn't anyone in specifically. It was just Hasbro, like seeing it for the first time and getting nervous. Like I thought, like people called in. It's like, no, that never really happened. It was just Hasbro saw it and they overreacted. And then the staff of the show worked to get her put back in. But they fought for her anyway. So that's really all it was.
They fought for Derpy.
They fought for her. And they got her back in at the end of season 3, I think. She's gone for like almost a season and a half. She's at Princess she's at the final episode of episode 3, and you see her in the crowd, and she kind of waves at the camera, like she's like, "Oh, I'm back," kind of thing. It's kind of cute. Go back. And they did her proper like return on the Rainbow Falls episode where she's waving a little flag
In the door, whatever.
in the door.
The like super popular GIF.
Because that's when they have her front and center. She's in the crowd at the coronation, but she's kind of in the background. Or there, she's actually front and center.
Thank you for the follow, Morningstar 99. Thank you very much. Twilight appreciates it. I hope you like hearing, because you're going to be hearing it a lot.
I don't hear nothing. That's the bliss that I live in.
Well, you could be hearing horses make words. I mean, it's John Cleese, but
Yes. No, listen.
John Cleese is a horse now.
Make words is
Yeah, I'm okay
nice.
with that. Jeez!
Jeez.
When he was signing those things.
Yes. Jeez.
More.
Cheese.
I'm running out. I need more cheese.
Oh, that poor old man.
Look up John Cleese like signing cheese. He was signing posters, but he it was very recently, so he's still very old. And
Yes.
but they kept having to feed him various cheeses because he was running out of energy. And the moment they feed him cheeses, he would like perk way up, and it was
That
pretty
has to be
funny.
hard on him because he's got to be pushing his late 80s. He's old. It is funny though. Like he seems like he's still 100% with it, so good for him. Like not everybody gets that at that age.
Despite their actions generally docile last year, bear moose encounters caused 47.2 fatalities per year. You got to really worry about that point too.
Yes.
Like, is it just, are they only 20% injured? No, they're 20% dead. Most of those incidents are attributed to subtle swimmers who accidentally wander into mermoose territories during mating season. Wendigo are actually weremoose. I like that, actually. Moose who have been bitten by a rabid human. On full moon, they change.
No, not the werewolves. I like the idea of a were-human. Just a wolf got bit by a human. Now they transform into like Bob when the moon's full. They have a one day a week job they have to go to.
Yeah.
Pretty awful. I like your little pony. So who in the main six is worse than Trixie? Like, who do you like Trixie more than one of the main six?
My music cut in at like a weird point for that.
That's so much.
Think. Oh, I thought it would say it. Is it giraffe? Okay.
What a
Is this something like this? Yeah, I'm confused. Anyways, thank you, Jelly, for a year and a half of subs there. I'm confused.
I'm so confused. AJ is a giraffe. Is she? I don't think so. She's orange. Giraffes are orange. That's one step. A wolf wear? Yeah, that doesn't flow off the tongue. Wolf wear. Also, a female werewolf is a wife wolf. Oh, she's not married.
Okay, that's all I'm looking for. I still need to do something with the head. So get there.
a wolf that turns into a woman. That's someone's fantasy legendary. That's just furry crap.
What if it was a boy wolf that turns into a woman? That's really weird.
This is entering the special comics territory. The
And
section
that's
you
where
have to have.
furries came from.
Where you know,
Baby. I can't take him.
like that. I think I remember seeing a comic where a werewolf breaks into a furry convention and all the furries are begging them to begging the werewolf to bite them. Bite me, bite me.
I can't take him. I can't.
The waifu woofoo?
Wolfu? Is that an actual
Wolfu?
term? I wouldn't be surprised.
Probably.
I can't take him.
Have to ask Niley. He's our expert furry.
I can't take him.
Well, he's an expert on fox furry.
Yeah.
I can't take him. Baby. I can't take him. I can't.
At that butt.
I can't take him. Yeah, baby. I can't take him. Baby.
Well, indeed.
I can't take him.
Here we are, just talking nonsense, and this man over here is like animating gold.
I'm not even paying attention to what I'm doing.
It's so much. It's all muscle memory.
Yeah, essentially.
Well, then we can just keep talking nonsense. You know what? Chat, I want to know. I haven't asked, and I like asking, because it's a really easy thing to ask.
A lot of preposition to that one.
How y'all doing? I don't know how your week's going so far. Even though it's only Tuesday.
I can't take him.
And we all wish it was Friday, but then we watched the movie Click. That reminds us, don't do that. Or, Christopher Walken will show up and just ruin your life. What'll happen?
I don't think it was Christopher Walken, was it?
Yeah, it was Christopher Walken. He was like the weird, remote genie.
I thought it was the other guy that does
the
this.
other guy?
Who's the other guy with the really good voice? The black guy.
Hmm? No idea. Morgan Freeman?
Yes.
I'm pretty sure it was Christopher Walken.
I can see that, yeah. I'm awful. 6 days no caffeine and it's hot so outside. Why you had no caffeine?
Yeah, that only a crazy person would do that.
I've been enjoying it. Though today, like, I'm still trying to catch up and sleep from being hot because I really didn't sleep that well. And today, somebody walked by or did something that had a whiff of really good coffee smell. And I'm like, that smelled really
Did you
good.
get coffee?
No.
Oh.
No, that's a slippery slope I'm trying to stay away from.
I think I slept a little bit better, but then part of it was because I was kind of on vacation. When I say better, I still it was still like 7 hours, but I slept through the night. I didn't wake up several times.
It took me forever to fall asleep. I didn't fall asleep till after 2.
Oof. Yeah, I didn't have that much trouble. I had my windows open the whole time. Did you have yours open?
Last night?
Not last night.
No, not the other time. No.
During the heat.
I only opened it when it was cooler, but the moment that it hit about a comfortable temp outside, I would shut the windows again because otherwise it was just going to get hot and inside the humidity would get stuck and the heat would build up. So
I at least wanted a breeze through. If the breeze was moving through, it just made it.
You're the only one of the few houses that has 2 windows that aren't just on the corner themselves. You can have a breeze. We don't.
My window privilege.
And if I left it open in the house, it would have just made it way more humid. The dehumidifier was reducing the whole house's humidity. By you leaving your window open, it was probably making it more difficult for the whole house to drop because you were pulling back in the humidity. So you're probably You probably made it worse for all of us.
I didn't. That was not the intention. You're like, you jerk.
Because you're building humidity back up in your room.
Maybe
That's mixing
I
it back
made
into the
better.
system.
Maybe the breeze carried the humidity out.
No. I tried opening my window one night, but there was so little breeze that actually came in. Because you can't just open the window and it gets cooler. You have to have air exchange. It has to go in and out. And there was none happening. So I just said, whatever.
Open a window, then all that's going to happen is all of your, like, perspirations are just going to gather in the room.
But if you open a window, what causes the air to exchange?
It's going to go both ways.
It's going to take
Not
forever.
efficiently. Yeah, but if you leave it open, it has forever.
Not exactly. I have shades over the windows.
Hello, Silver. Bring out your bed. Exactly. Silver, are you excited that we finished Skibidi Toilet Forever? Like yesterday. It's done. I finished the whole video. Pretty accomplished. Never have to watch it again because it's done.
Never ever.
Oh,
They'll never make more. Oh yeah, aren't they talking about a movie?
no, they bet that. There are so many better projects.
Why?
They
It's
could be
the
doing.
pinnacle of entertainment, right?
It's not. I watched it, all of it, and as far as I could tell, whatever narrative they were trying to play at one point just fell apart. And they were just like, let's watch the toilets fight the speaker systems.
The amount of times that like a bunch of us will have your stream up, and then we're like, okay, time for Skibidi. All of us will stop watching.
No, I don't blame you.
Nope.
I don't want to be there.
Were you just watching or reacting?
I was reacting to it.
Okay. Because technically you shouldn't just watch unless you're reacting.
No, I was reacting.
Okay, we got. What are we doing, Silver?
You were getting into it a bit there at the end. Was I?
Yeah, he's a Skibidi fan now. He's gonna go to Skibidi Con.
Maybe if it had more horses.
No, because would you actually want horses in there?
Yeah, maybe. I mean, it would help.
What if it was just a horse butt coming out of a toilet? And not even like cute horse butt. It's just literal horse butt. And it shoots poop. Because that'd be Skibidi.
You went from here to here so fast. You got a smile on your face. That's just.
Yes, he's a fan now.
It's like a chimpanzee. You smile when you're afraid. And that's what I was. I was afraid.
What is this stuff? Oh yeah.
Oh look, those children.
Oh, wait. Why do I have
just watched that.
supercalifragilistic
I
playing?
actually have, since you made that, I've seen the movie that references.
No.
Because I didn't know who the Axe Gang was when you made that. Now I do.
The what?
The Axe Gang. I didn't know who the Axe Gang was.
Oh yeah, now you get this reference.
I actually
Okay.
get the reference. But shouldn't there be no kung fu and just beat them up?
She doesn't have a palm.
She's got hoof. Better.
Because wasn't that the whole thing of like the guy at the end has like the big palm
Yeah,
thing?
it'd be the Heaven's Hoof.
Heaven, was that what is it? Heaven's palm?
Heaven's Bomb, yeah.
No, but she has Heaven's hoof.
She's got Heaven's Hoof.
No, because she's dead.
Oh, she's fine. Can't hurt her with those axes.
She kung floof.
Ooh, I like kung fu.
Kung floof.
Like kung fu. Just her chest floof just goes poof and it shoots away all her enemies. I'm executing my crusaders. That's right.
That's what. That's right.
That's right, guys.
What was that a reference to? It was a cartoon. Anyway.
I was just making small talk.
What are we doing, Silver? Do you have
Pokemon.
do Pokemon? You want Pokemon?
What do I want Pokemon for?
Oh, Meowth. That's right. Okay.
Oh.
Yep, that is. I get it. I think I only have one Pokemon, and I think it's Mewtwo because I actually added facial flexes to it so we can talk.
How did you do this?
I was trying to find some other. I wanted a third IP that I could make stuff from, And so I was trying to see if I could do Pokemon.
You gotta do a Pokemon Pony crossover.
Well, if I could find different detailed models, having like Pikachu or something, just say goofy shit. I thought that'd be pretty funny.
You two make out with Fluttershy.
Pokemon battle with Derpy versus another pony.
I want Derpy mutilating whatever Pokemon. Like she just got it in her mouth and she's just shaking it violently. Find a cute one. What Pokemon do you got?
I don't know if I have it by crashing.
Someday I'll finish Pokemon Silver, I swear.
Pokemon Silver?
Yeah, that was the last one I played and never finished it.
I wasn't sure if it was Pokemon Silver or Pokemon, Silver.
Pokemon Silver. The last one I played.
Last one I played was Pokemon Sun. I got that on the DS and I played the whole thing. I'm not interested in the new ones. I do have
okay, technically I did play Pokemon Go, but it was a sad play of it.
I have Koromon, and I've been kind of wanting to try that out. It's Pokemon, but not. It even has a built-in Nuzlocke mode, which is interesting. But it basically plays just like Pokemon does. And then that because I have Michael's shared library, I also have Pal World on here.
Mm-hmm. No one got that for me.
It's your Pal World.
Yeah.
So
still feel bad I had to return Braid and all, but I already have that game. You should give it to somebody who doesn't.
So Pokemon Go. I've been still playing the Monster Hunter version. Pal World is actually pretty fun, but better with friends. It looked neat.
It kind of rose in popularity, and then everybody got quiet about it pretty quick. So I figured it was interesting.
It's still there's out there, but I think is it early access? Yeah, it's still early access. When it comes to early access games, it depends on the content, but I usually still want to wait till it's done. And they always say at least 1 year, but it's usually because it'll take 2, and they're just lying.
I'm very much looking forward to the full release of Satisfactory more than any game like that right now.
I know it just had a big update. Yeah, it's still 26,000 people in game.
Yeah.
Where's our news? Going to 0.3 already is pretty quick, so that at least shows they're on right trajectory. But there's so many games that are coming out. Like I think, in terms of the games that are soon,
Some Days to Die.
The Court Keeper, I think, is hitting 1.0 in 1 month. And that game looked like a fun roguelike dungeon delver for a group. Dredge, I have it in here, but it's only because they have a new DLC coming out. And I technically got all the achievements, but the last 12 are only for the DLC that's not even released yet. It's stupid. Halls of Torment supposed to hit 1.0 pretty soon here.
I'll have Satisfactory on there. I'm disappointed.
Because I put that on retired because I have played it enough.
You have not.
No, but it's at 1.0. I'll probably play it again.
Okay.
But and then Traveler's Rest is another one. But this one's, I think, a ways from release still.
I love Satisfactory so much.
I'm not gone on a tangent about all haunted shit. Where I used to, we should put together a spooky Discord chat for Halloween and tell stories.
I don't know any like spooky stories.
Yeah, I gotta check Pokemon. I'm gonna save. I'm gonna search Mon, and then I'm gonna type in Poke. Okay. Card.
Yeah.
Oh, look at that Pikachu.
You can chew on that card.
It says nah.
That's the original Pikachu card. That's Fat Pikachu. That one's probably worth money. Print it off and we can sell it.
We'll go chunk. He hates Mondays.
He does kind of. He's just Electric Garfield. Well, that is a thick card.
Yeah, well, it's good to be safe. We had a intern that came in recently, and they're talking about their different hobbies, and one of them is they collect Pokemon cards. And the amount of questions that were like very uninformed, like what's your favorite Pokemon card? And like, dude, he just told you about all this other stuff, but the moment somebody says something that's like weird, nobody will ask any questions about all the cool stuff. They only ask about the weird stuff. It's like, oh, no, we need to know about the Pokemon. That's why at work I don't talk about any of like the YouTube stuff, because I know if I do, I'm just going to be that guy. That'll be the focus.
It is kind of a thing to ask in an interview. It's like, what are your hobbies?
I got all these.
Say a lot about a
Oh, look at
person.
these. I got all these ones.
Yeah. Which one's you gonna chew on? It's like a big head.
I think it was meant to like not be like that, but okay.
You chew on that one. Oh no. That's the lewd one. That's all I know about Pokemon is that's the lewd one.
It's so shiny. There's a texture missing in the eyes.
Yeah, there is.
Is it just that one? Yeah, there must be an overlay on the eyes that's missing.
So that's gonna be all of them.
Yeah, all the rest are just the models regarding the Pokemon stage.
Okay, so pick one of those.
Why
Eevees.
does this have such a long pole? It's literally just for the stage.
Get the lewd Eevee. She can chew on that.
No, it's supposed. She wanted
They're gonna fight.
Derpy and the Pokemon are going against another pony.
Oh, against another pony?
Yeah, I
They're not
think
just
that's
fighting each other.
Pretty sure that's what it said. Pokemon battle with Derpy versus another pony.
Oh wait.
Oh, Pokemon battle with Derpy versus another pony with no Pokemon actually.
So they have to chew on each other. Okay.
We can still load in one of these. I like Jolteon's pretty fun.
No, it looks like he just blew out a big fart. His whole backside is exploded. He just ate too many chilies.
This is their
He ate
eyes.
bad chilies.
This is when the eyes don't have limits.
Yeah. He looks sad. He's like, my rectum's not gonna recover for a while.
I don't know why, but just looking at this, I'm like, merge. Merge. I'm a Pokemon merge. In the first game, it was only Eevee, Jolteon, Vaporeon, and Flareon, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. And then they added the other ones later.
Yeah. Well, no. The
You're talking about a fart, Michael.
yeah, that guy's flying.
He had some Taco Bell.
You had the moon one. You had the dark one, too. He gave him a
Umbreon.
moonstone. Yeah, Umbreon.
Was that in the first game?
Yeah, he gave him moonstone. Because you had the fire, lightning, water, and then the moonstone. The moonstone was the rare one.
This is Michael's face when horse.
So like that's not a point, not on fire. Big jerk. Gonna lick that face. Yeah, she liked that Pokemon face.
Yeah, in terms of like, because I've been looking at models that are adding lip syncing to, this one would be really hard too. The amount I can just see the polygons on here.
Mm-hmm.
This is not a very detailed mouth.
I do like the shading for the fur though. Ponies could use that kind of shading.
Tiny mouth, Michael.
Yeah, not impressed.
And there's no right feeler. Oh,
Feeler?
floof,
The
floof.
floof is escaping.
This is right before the fart.
He coming. And he's trying to be all coy. Do you even have a tongue? I don't think it does. Into the void.
It does have a mouth inside. Okay.
Yeah. It does appear to have a tongue. I think it's just attached to its lower part. Yeah, it's in there.
Oh yeah, it's just attached.
The legendary sunset.
But like here, like you can't even make him angry. I mean, Lordra has 2 bones. Okay, oh, so this one's for like the lip at the front. And this is a bit further back.
Did you summon Milton and Bradley, Sunset? They are dead.
Oh, there. We could you could do a little bit like you smile. Or you could go up here and then you just do this, and now he's concerned. But how do you do his eyes? Is it just a bone? Oh no. Oh wait, what?
Just cool. He had a stroke.
What is this?
There you go, blink.
I mean, there's probably a bottom eyelid. Oh my god, there's 3 bones?
I don't think these Pokemon models were made to be looked at, not actually used.
Yeah. So if you wanted to actually close the eye, you would probably have to specifically move these 4 bones down, and you could get it to work, but you would have to be like, okay, this one goes to
Flexes is what this model needs.
It would make things easier, but I wouldn't say it's required. But you would need to move all of these down to this position. Once you actually do that, though, the bones can make things easier, but they'll also make things harder. I'm pretty sure it goes with just it's right here.
You know, Nineski, we should
doesn't.
get one of those for the next game night around in October. For October, we'll just get Milton Bradley's best board game, Ouija Brothers board.
Looks like this one goes there. But like, yeah, you have to kind of goof around a little bit. Why is the eyelid over in the middle of the head?
Those facts are turned off for the best.
Oh, all the Michael stuff is turned off.
For the best.
I didn't bother looking at the stuff because I didn't have the game stream. So yeah, we'll turn that back on. There you go. It's all back on.
No need. You don't need ghost facts. They are not false, first off. None of this nonsense. I see. Okay, if you're calling it false, here's a ghost fact. I want to get that Ouija board for board game night, and we're going to summon Bob Hope. Yeah, we're going to do it. He's going to come in. He's going to give us, like, very dated comedy routines. And we're going to be like, we'll have to clap, or he'll follow us home.
Please clap.
Please clap, said the ghost of Bob Hope. So yeah,
that was Bush that said that, wasn't it?
Who wanted this? It was it wasn't Bush. It was somebody, the guy who first ran against Obama. He's still in the Senate. I'm drawing a complete blank. Seeing the impression.
I thought it was a Bush,
no,
not the Bush, or
maybe it was Jeb.
Jeb. It was Jeb Bush. Yeah,
maybe it was Jeb. Yeah, it was Jeb. Either way, I mean, you want a ghost fact, that's a ghost fact, so I guess it has to happen now or it's not going to be a fact. And so we got to summon Bob Hope. He's dead, right? Pretty sure he's dead.
They're not so like weird fart.
I'm fine with weird fart.
And like, how is that? Well, how is it just coming out of the butt? It literally can go.
That is a butt. That is a Flareon butt. It's weird. Put it on his head.
You know, actually, without that, if you just kind of like made him blue, he'd be Stitch.
If you put it on his head, he goes Super Saiyan. There you go. Perfect. We're going super mode. Yeah, I'm starving. Like a lot of grease. Gotta be big as the pony. Gotta size her up.
Is that the height?
No, not quite. Well, I mean, yeah, more or less.
It's taller than her hair.
But
It was like this.
Ninesky, if you don't know that I've been trying to open up a portal in this house the entire time I've been here, if there's a chance that portal will lead to Horse World, we're opening the portal. If it takes a Ouija board to do it, that's just how it's gonna be. I'll try anything. The powers of Milton Bradley compel you. Open portal. Open. Oh, sound that thing is making. Derpy. Don't bite that thing.
Let's see. It's the Derpy. But do you know what Flareon does?
Stands there and lets Derpy kick it.
No, he's
Everything's on fire.
I'm not even on Derpy.
Missed. Critical miss. No. Where are you getting these increasingly realistic fires?
It's the same fire I've used forever.
Oh.
It's Fire Barracks from Dire FX. I know the exact file to go to.
He's just staring. He's like, ooh, pretty. It's just a Pokemon who became a little bit of a pyromaniac. The one the parents should have been more worried about.
Yeah, just woof.
So mesmerized. One more drink. No, really shouldn't be a big deal. Do you want another drink?
Nah.
Then I'm gonna hold up to it. I need to be productive after this. I actually need to do things. Well, then see, now you care for Derpy. Now you don't want her to be on fire. I don't want her to be on fire. He just sets her on fire. He just like, here's the fire Pokemon. I bet I can use this to set Derpy on fire. Wasn't Derpy supposed to win this fight? Wasn't she supposed to bite that thing? Stupid squirrel. It's another stupid squirrel.
I can't do the thing.
This is what should have been a dumb squirrel. You released that yet?
No, I keep forgetting.
How am I supposed to torture Knight? Like things, just things. I need to do laundry, among other things. Either way, I can't be all intoxicated, much as I would like to be. I have to be a responsible adult. What, is he farting now?
No, kind of did end up going the wrong direction, though.
Just turn him around. Don't turn the fire around. Just turn him around.
No.
Yes. Just turn him around.
Which is it? The control point? I don't know which. How it determines direction with this. It might be.
It's funnier if you turn him around.
Oh, control point down here. What happened to it? Oh, it goes up there now. Oh, I know what's going on. Okay.
Miss.
I have the double rotation set on, so
Poor Derpy. Poor best force. You know what this is, chat? Every time he sets Derpy on fire, it's just jealousy. Because he knows he's better. He's the better horse.
I don't want to just. Like, comes out so small at first.
It's all fun. You know, this is when you know your friend has a drinking problem, when they can just spit fire. I'm not coping. This is his coping. I'm just sitting here watching it. It's like, boo-hoo. Rainbow Dash is not best boy. It's Derpy and I know it. I'm gonna set it on fire. Hey, if you want to scare kids around Halloween, just read them stories from Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark. That book is terrifying. That's messed me up when I was a kid. My grandmother read that to me. She didn't like any scary movies. She didn't like us watching scary movies, but because we'd have nightmares. But she had no problem reading that book specifically to me when I was a kid.
Yeah, but I've learned that your parents and like apparently everybody around you just had fun just torturing you.
Yes. Like I was their Derpy.
Yeah, a perfect analogy.
And that's why I relate. No, Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark was like some body horror stuff. It got weird. Awful. It's a lot of body horror. It's like, here's some scary stories to tell children. No! And that's barely okay for adults. And they made it into a movie, and they did a really good job. And it's a weird movie because it feels like the atmosphere of the movie feels like Goosebumps level of like acting and props and stuff. But then it gets super dark super fast. If you want a movie to scare you at any age, that movie is terrifying. I'd probably pick it up if I saw it at a thrift store, just to have it. Like, what if Goosebumps went a little further?
Just those.
Stream's going good. Kinda. He's setting Derpy on fire elaborately with this Pokemon. A little rude. That's fun. I think he still writes them. I don't know if he's like retired yet. I have no idea.
Who?
R.L. Stein. Goosebumps guy.
I know who R.L. Stein is.
Of course. I just don't know if he's still writing new ones or not. Because last I bothered checking, he was just like doing, here's the one about the dummy, Part 7. Again. Like he ran out of ideas 30 years ago, and it's just like, Part 2 of the mask, Part 3 of the mask, Part 4 of what? It's the mask again. I do remember the choose your own scares were fun.
Yeah, those were some of the better ones that you did.
Mm-hmm. I'd like to meet that one kid who actually would pick the wrong path, read where the character dies, and then not just go back and pick the correct path. They'd be like, darn it, gotta start over. Just start rereading the whole book. There's probably that one kid out there.
Well, yeah, you'd always choose the different paths.
Yeah. The Pokemon is indeed setting Derpy on fire. Why? Because he's a monster, Sussman. No, don't shake its butt. Seems very excited that it's murdering a poor, innocent, cute bone. So he hasn't written a Goosebumps book since 2000? They were all Scholastic, weren't they? I mean, that's fine. I haven't paid attention to it in a very long time. Yeah.
Well, kids are pretty coddled today, too, so who knows? They maybe just isn't a much of a market anymore.
Kids still like send me
Okay, there
scary
we go.
stories.
Look at him go. This is got little animated. He's like, no.
Poor Derpy.
The
Maybe
fuck is not even the
she
right
was
place
just super
anymore.
cold and Flareon's helping her warm up.
So look at the. Oh, it's a cool little thing. Look at.
The kid, they're not even looking at the cute thing. Didn't he ever run out?
It's just dancing.
He's dancing. Look, you animated a Pokemon. You're a Pokemon animator now.
Bleh. 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 Bleh.
Getting Pokemon Stadium vibes.
He's just dancing.
Does this look like Pokemon Stadium, or is there too many polygons?
I don't know.
I don't know where maybe they probably ripped these models from.
Or maybe it's trying to help Derpy and it's absorbing that fire.
Yes, it's putting her out. There you go, she's better, yay. No. That's because of that fire off the horse. He's just drying her off. He just took a bath.
Derpy's the new Flareon. Yeah, Derpy took all the fire. Derpy is.
You're fine. That's just her dryer. It's like the Flintstones. That's what they need to do. It's just like have Flintstone episodes, but instead of all the random animals, it's just Pokemon. I could see that. We're gonna workshop that idea. Bring those two franchises together. It's what people always actually wanted. Was the Pokemon Fred Flintstones crossover? It's just the dryer system.
Okay, there we go.
Flintstones. Meet the Flintstones. Isn't that kind of what Pokemon does anyways? A lot of the, not the mama? You're making dinosaur references now.
I thought I missed a follow, but it was.
Baby,
I just didn't read the name right.
Big purple eyes, I'm very cuddly.
Not the mama. That's a show that I went back and started watching some of the old episodes when because it's on Disney Plus.
Yeah.
This was a couple years ago. Still like works.
Yeah.
You don't look at it and be like, "Wow, this is old." It like the animatronics were just or the costumes were just so good that even decades later, still top notch.
Oh, it was freaking Jim Henson at their peak. It was the last time they were at their peak, but they were at their peak.
I remember the music. Yeah, it's such good stuff.
Sad end. Good show.
Sad end. It was obviously going to end with the death of the dinosaurs.
But to have the baby frozen in a block of ice.
Frying pans haven't changed much in 20 years.
No, they have not.
No, in millions of years.
That was the thing too. The issues they were talking about, they were just generalized because they were dinosaurs, not living in our time. It was the same issues. Like, it was a reflection of our issues, but
like the dealing with elderly people by throwing them in a pit of tar.
That's a little different.
That's in the first season. I remember seeing that. That was the whole tradition. Is at a certain age you would just throw the mother of your bride in or spouse into the tar pits.
Baby. I can't take him. Baby. I can't take him. Take him. I can't. I can't.
Still remember playing the very first Quest for Glory game from Sierra in 1991, and one of the references that's randomly made in that game is a reference to dinosaurs. I'm just like, wow, that game, that show really is that old. Doesn't feel it.
I can't take him. I can't.
I'm waiting for age to hit me like a rock. Like, it's like around the corner, just with that big old rock, and it's just gonna slap me. Like, you didn't see me coming.
I can't take him.
Did you find the cow? What cow? Oh, the sunset's talking about.
I can't take him. I can't. I can't. I can't take it. I can't. I can't. I can't take. I can't.
Maybe you search for a cow in the room you want. There is a cow chat. It brings Giz much joy.
I can't take him.
I, for one, am well.
I can't take
No
him.
plushies.
Can't take him.
Plushies are the best kind of thing.
I can't take him. Can't
I
take
love all
him.
of my plush toys. They're
I
good.
can't take him. I can't take. I can't.
Apparently, Symbiote's gonna have a Derpy plush here soon. I need to order one of those. The pre-orders are probably already still up. I'll probably need to get on that.
I can't take him.
Give me a Symbiote Derp. Because Fourth Dimension never released their Derpy. They said they were gonna
Release the derp.
gotta have the Derpies. I got the Sunset, not Sunset, Starlight Glimmer plush from Symbiote. That's one I didn't have. Didn't have a Sunset. Now I do. Or Starlight Glimmer. I'm confusing the horses. I also don't have a Sunset. If they release a Sunset, maybe I'll buy one. You got no plushies? Well, symbiotes are well priced. That's as good as you're gonna get for that quality of plush. It's just weird how Hasbro license things like just out of nowhere. There's this random plush maker that nobody's ever heard of. Yeah, we'll license them. The symbiote plushies, yeah. I'm sure you could find it if you looked it up. It's the best commercially available horse plushies right now. It's equivalent to, it's the closest equivalent that's come out since Fourth Dimension stopped making plushes.
take him. Take him. Take him. Take him. Take him.
Well, I'm glad that I could lead you in the direction of horse plushies.
Take him. Take him.
He needs more plushies.
I've got so many in a
He needs
box.
more yeah, and you need to put them out of the box.
I need to find good places for them.
Everywhere.
No.
Scatter them.
I'm tastefully placing them places.
My horses must remain tasteful. Tasty horses.
Wait, you don't want tasteful horses?
Tasteful.
You want naughty horses?
Naughty horses on the floor.
Look at the horses, they're just all over. They're a pool of horses.
That's what I want. I want a big old. We need like a kiddie pool in the room. That's just filled with horse plushes. And then you jump in it and you giggle. Have fun.
Do you even have a mattress?
I think so.
Or is it just horse?
Somewhere underneath all the horse is a mattress.
Take him. Take him.
Can never say that again.
Try not. There's your naughty nod.
No, anyone but you. Allowed. Anyway.
Wow.
Lost another one with the fairies.
Take him. Take him. Take him.
Here's your float, right? Am I hearing weird noises? Looks like that was your float, right? Thought I heard weird noises.
You keep thinking that.
Oh, I keep thinking we're gonna be down here, and that's when somebody's gonna break in and steal the plushies. The fight.
Well, if anybody comes to the front door, I would know.
you know.
And if
Then I came through the garage and it freaked you out.
then for you, I thought Adam was back and weirdly,
No.
and then it was you. So I
The
just
garage is open, so I came to the garage. Probably not good to leave that open.
forgot to close them.
No. I don't know if it was you or Adam, but whoever.
I was short on time and I had hands full.
Mm-hmm.
Take him. I can't take him. Take him. Take him.
Walmart held out on Pony Toys for a while, but I haven't seen Pony Toys at Walmart in some time.
Take him.
Target held on longer than Walmart did, but even they had Pony Toys last time I went there, but it was like a Baby Alive toy with Pip on it, and I guess that technically kind of counts as My Little Pony toy. Pickings are slim.
Take him. Take him. Take him.
I'd love to be a fly on the wall at a board meeting at Hasbro right now, just to hear like the one person pulling for a horse merchandise, and then be like, no, we'll just encourage the bronies. We need them to die. As though Hasbro's merchandise was ever really what people wanted anyways.
Take him. Take him. Take him. Take him. Take him. Take him.
Cookies are big. She got the big old cookie. Oh, I want a big cookie.
You don't like sugar stuff, you
No,
said.
but Derpy made me want a cookie because you related it to
And
Derpy.
go get a cookie.
I don't want a cookie.
But you just wanted a cookie.
Where even is cookies? Do you have cookies?
Store!
No, I'm not going to the store for cookies.
You go make cookies.
We probably have the stuff, but
Yeah, you made pie randomly.
yeah, but that was because I was challenged.
You challenged yourself.
That was semi-challenged myself. Yes.
Shit, brother, makes me want to do it more. I can make children screaming. That's easy. I don't like that was art.
Take him. I can't
Probably
take
something.
him.
We're staring at ponies talking about strip bars.
I can't take him. I can't.
I don't know that. Would a strip bar in Pony World just be them putting on clothes?
I can't take him.
Is that how it worked?
I can't take him.
While other ponies cheer.
Take him.
Oh, she's putting on that hat. Oh, this is good stuff. I think so.
Strip shows for ponies take twice as long because they come out with no clothes. Then they put the clothes on. Then they take them out.
No. Lewd.
I can't take him. Take him. Take him. Take him. Take him. Can't take him. Take him. I can't take him. WCW TV. I can't take him. WCW TV. I can't take him.
So I think I'm going to have to at least imply that there's like further around or something.
What's further around?
Well, because the look between looking to the left and looking to Applejack is pretty much the same. I can probably move Applejack's a bit more, but
I can't take him.
you see now it doesn't even look like she's looking at Applejack. That looks more like Applejack.
I can't take him.
Yeah, it just looks like she's looking at Applejack.
Now it does because I moved it. When I had it here, it felt a little off. So here looks fine.
I can't take him.
But it's also because we only see this eye. So if I were to point it to that eye, it wouldn't really work. But if I point it to this eye, it looks fine because this is how that works. But I want to have it so that it looks like she's looking around.
I can't take him. I can't take him. I can't take him. I can't take him.
And I gotta smooth the eye motion out here. I could probably even I would do a little bit of a drop.
I can't take him.
Oh, it's like this looks like she kind of just stands there. I forgot I can move this back.
I can't take him. I can't take him. I can't take him.
Actually, the one thing I keep forgetting about is I need to get the pipe in the bag.
Yeah. I think there was one part where she wasn't wearing the bag.
Yeah, there's a couple actually.
Yeah.
It's a bag and a pipe. It's a bagpipe.
Ah, that's what that is. Never knew. Not Irish enough.
So the bags, I believe, are lockable. Yeah, they're just. Well, actually, let me double check that. Look at Zip.
I'm just so happy. Are they all smiling?
No, just Zip.
Just
Because you were complaining.
Having dreams.
Um.
On the sleepy time part.
Okay, so the pipe should be basically in the top of the bag. Okay. I'm not worried about the pipe being exact every time. It's more of just having it there because it needs to be around.
You know what I mean?
And
Yeah.
I can almost guarantee you that anybody that has seen this bit is going to look at this and immediately know that I'm going to be bashing her with the pipe.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, yeah. Anybody who hasn't seen it though, what are you doing with your life? It's an excellent movie. Go watch it.
Him like that.
Comedy gold.
It's against regulations. I don't take him like that. It's against
Best thing they
regulations.
first thing they ever did, and probably the best thing they ever did. They kind of hit a high point right off the bat. They did a lot of good things, but it was never quite the Holy Grail.
Life of Brian was good.
Yeah.
I mean, they had all of Europe at people's funerals sing a song from that at the person's funeral.
Yeah.
No, I think that they were all big. I think Holy Grail was their biggest, but Life of Brian and Meaning of Life were still
Yeah. And
all
they had
very
lots
good.
of good bits in Flying Circles.
And all they were was jokes themed to a genre. And it was just them being able to take an environment, basically make flying circus skits in that movie, and then have a very loose story to get from beginning to end.
Yeah.
But the story is crap in all the movies. It's always just meant to, like, what skits can we make throughout this movie? Always. And that's what I like about it.
Is this from Private Ryan? My brain is trying to Private Ryan. No.
What?
This is not from Private Ryan.
You Saving Private Ryan?
Yeah, I think that's what that's being said by Dutchie. Dutchie Gaming.
No, I was talking about Life of Brian is one of the other Monty Python's guys, and Life of Brian has one of the best scenes, the with the Roman guards. That whole bit was that.
That is fun. My brain is tired. Mine too.
Apparently, they did an interview with the people that did there, and original thought was that they were told not to laugh. I mean, they were told not to laugh, but they knew what was coming. But what they didn't know was the very last line he changed.
Yeah.
So that one where they cracked up was because they weren't expecting that. But all the rest of it, they did it purposely to make it look like they were trying not to laugh, but then literally broke them in the end.
They broke.
I forgot what the original wording was, but then
I'd have to watch it again.
no, I don't remember the original one, but it was like something buttocks was the one he said. Incontinentia buttocks or something. I can't remember exactly.
They were a troop.
Biggest dickus.
That's the joke. It's a good joke.
This is a baby. I can't take him. Oh, this is a baby. I can't take him.
People are really gonna like this one.
Whenever it gets done.
Yeah. Someday. Then you can do that other one you said you wanted to do.
That one would be. I just ran across the song I want to use again today, and I was like, I really want to do it, but oh my god, it's gonna be so much work.
I can do little.
But it's not comedy.
No, but I don't. Comedy's good. Shipping is better. I'm a romance guy.
It won't be
No.
shipping.
Yeah. If it's not comedy, it's shipping. What else could it be? You're not gonna do horror because you like the ponies too much.
Oh no, it's more of. I'm not. I tried horror the one time and it was neat and different, but it wasn't my thing. I like trying it once to see, but I mean that still ended up being comedy technically, but
Yeah.
still playing off the same idea.
No, there's plenty of people doing cupcake videos out there. There's no shortage of that.
Oh my gosh, she's like,
Unfortunately. No, she's the bulb. The bubbles. The bubbles. like I do find it weird that like half the pony videos coming out right now are just like reiterations of Cupcake or
AU
Factory. The AU stuff, yeah. I'm glad that kind of died down at least. It was everywhere for a while. Why do people want to be mean to the ponies? I like the ponies.
The amount of people just like dark stuff.
Yeah.
They're just like Five Nights at Freddy's and all that. There's just a very large amount of people that want like death and destruction and horrible things.
But they're the cute horses though.
Yeah, and then but it's all spectrum. If you take a horrible thing and you add more horrible things, it's not that big. But if you take cute, adorable things and make horrible things, look at that gap.
Can you take cute, adorable things and have them hug?
I can't take him.
I like that.
I can't take him.
Cute, adorable things hugging, and then they eat a cupcake,
I can't take him.
and they each take half a bite of the cupcake, and then they kiss. It's like Lady and Trampo with a cupcake. See, these are good ideas. And everyone's happy at the end. And half the audience fell asleep. It's like, that wasn't death and destruction.
Take him. Take him. Take him. Take him.
I'm upset this thing's from 2015.
I can't take him.
I think that's when Fallout 4 came out. They say that's a 9-year-old game. What else is there besides comedy and romance? And I feel like I'm forgetting some genres of movies.
Comedy, romance,
Action.
drama.
I guess you could do action. You've done action.
Drama would be hard because you really can't do drama. There's a couple things that require length, and emotional requires length because you have to be invested. Drama requires length because you need to be invested. Comedy you can do in any amount of time. Action you can do pretty short for that. Action just is still a lot of work, depending on what you're trying to do, because there's so many little things you need to, so many motions, and choreography is hard.
Here's a short one you could do. Fluttershy selling a crib.
Fluttershy
selling a crib, and it can say purchase
a crib.
A crib, yeah.
What is this, like gangster Fluttershy? I'm selling your crib.
Selling a crib, and it has a sign on the crib that says newly purchased, never used,
I can't take him.
and it's just got a sad Fluttershy
But why
in
is-
front of it.
But that's Michael. You're talking about how people make all the scary things, and you're like, but I want to hurt them in a different way.
Yes.
Emotional damage.
Emotion quick. That'll do it.
Take him. I can't take him. I can't take him. He's just baby. I can't take him.
Just can't have a kid with a Draconequist, turns out. Sad end.
I might soon start going back and doing some cleanup on these, because it's one thing to like burn through all these for doing the animation, but if I don't do any of the cleanup beforehand,
It's just gonna be all cleanup.
it's gonna be like, all right, today we're gonna do 4 hours of mains.
I like mains. Mains are good.
Cheers, Starfire. Hello, NB Dutchy. I am out of booze, and I am probably not going to grab another. I'll give you your points back, but I'll drink some water for you.
Yeah.
If I were to pop open another drink, that would be 50% more alcohol for 6 minutes stream. It's a Tuesday. If it was a Friday, probably wouldn't care.
Maybe.
Well, actually, we'd be going another hour too. But yeah, I don't want to. I want to be able to be functional in the morning.
Not like you have a real job or nothing.
I am in the office.
Really?
Tuesday through Thursday, I'm always in the office. Yesterday, I was kind of like, if it wasn't the repair was being done yesterday, I would have just went to the office because it's actually air conditioned.
Yeah.
But I had to be here for it.
We went and watched a movie to get out of the house for a bit, which was a good movie. Highly recommend.
Yeah, we saw Deadpool.
We did.
Kyle's seeing that tonight.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, I told him in the first 5 minutes, you'll realize this will be a very good movie. So he's looking forward to it. I think it's like most people. The movie is, even if you're spoiled, it's a good movie. But if you're not spoiled on little things, like the main story is whatever. I don't care about the main story, but there's so many little things that people want to talk about.
You kind of have to be in the know to get a lot of the jokes. But.
Oh, well, I would say like 80% of them you can be fine with. But there are so many other small ones that are like tiny little things that are fun.
Like I think I had to explain a few of the jokes to my mom, but
yeah, and there's some that still went over my head, and I figured out about it later. The movie very good. Though they did online to advertise their number one movie in the world. Hugh Jackman did the recreation of the Wolverine photo meme, and I love that. I'm not surprised, but it's still.
Good stuff.
Hugh Jackman always used like that look like the straight face and a lot of stuff, and it's just fun seeing him do goofy crap. He's still trying to be the tough guy during it, but it's just the act for it.
It did feel like a perfect merger of the hilariousness and seriousness of the two franchises kind of brought together.
Well, that was when I think it was on Hot Ones, he was saying like to be the straight man in that movie. In a Deadpool movie is what he wanted to do. Yeah. But he says when the first Deadpool came out, he's like, oh, that would be the perfect movie for Wolverine. But just days ago, I announced my retirement. Like literally, the timing was horrible.
Because that was the thing I think Deadpool was missing was a straight man, a little bit.
It had some people kind of playing straight man, but not really. And so having him be the straight man definitely helped enhance the humor. A straight man is always going to enhance the humor because the straight man is what grounds everything to make the ridiculous actually ridiculous, because otherwise the ridiculous just seems like the world is ridiculous, where the straight man keeps you grounded to reality while all the ridiculous is there.
The world isn't ridiculous. This person is ridiculous. No, the world's also ridiculous.
Channing Tatum did such a great job. And there is so many guest actors that you never saw their face, or they just did little parts for, and it's hilarious. Like one, and it's not a spoiler, but apparently in the Deadpool comics, the actual creator of it is made fun of for how he draws feet. Yeah, because he just draws them weird. And at the end, when they're in the stores, the back store there has the name of the other creators, like something feet store or something. And it's those. That's such a small little niche joke. And apparently, that joke was also in the other two.
Really?
Just little side things about making fun of the fact of the feet, which you're getting down to comic level jokes that nobody would get unless you really, really knew. And that's attention to detail.
Yeah, that's throwing a extra joke out there for the super fans.
Well, I love being able to read up on that. Just like, oh, that's that, and oh, that's cool. I think you saw me at IHOP a while ago.
That was the singer he saw.
Ed Sheeran. I haven't been to an IHOP in a while, so probably not. God, when was the last time I was in IHOP?
It's Pride Mall.
No.
And since then?
It's probably been like 5 years.
You went to an IHOP at the mall.
Yeah, we used to go to the IHOP all the time for our local mall meets.
Yeah. It wasn't 5 years ago, was it?
No, because even when we started doing the group thing, I don't know if we went to IHOP every time after that.
Yeah.
I think we did some of the stuff in the mall. But yeah, I think.
Now I want to go to an IHOP. I think I'm still hungry.
I'm not dead. Yeah. He says he's not dead. Yes, he is.
After that pizza filled me up.
Here.
I'm thinking, you know what would be really good right now?
He says he's not dead. Yes, he is. I'm not. He isn't. Well, I'm not.
Ryan Reynolds keeps posting about Mary Poppins.
Isn't.
Or Poppins, Mary Poppins. That was the ugly dog. So ugly.
He isn't. Well, he isn't. Well, he isn't.
Something seems off on this lip sync. Okay, as I thought, it's just the angle, which means I could probably enhance this a bit. Maybe. Just seems a little. This probably needs to be a little bit wider. That's a little better.
He isn't. Well, he will be soon. He's very ill. I'm getting better. No, you're not. You'll be soon. Dead in a moment. Oh, I
Being it
can't
all
take it like that.
that's so good.
It's against regulation. I don't want to go on the car. Oh, don't be such a baby. I can't take him. No, you're not.
Getting better.
No, you're not. You'll be stone dead in a moment. Oh, I can't take him like that. It's against regulation. I don't want to go on the car. Oh, don't be such a baby.
Don't want to go on the car.
Oh, don't be
It's
such
like a
baby.
fussing like a
I can't
child.
take him.
They're gonna murder her.
I can't. Well, can you hang around a couple of minutes? He won't be long. Oh, I've got to go to Robinson's. They've lost 9 today. Well, when's your next run? Thursday.
Okay. Well, we're going to be good on that.
I don't like how this one ends. When are you gonna fix the ending?
Michael.
No little kickies.
You're not fooling
Look,
anyone,
you'll-
you know. Look, isn't there something you can do?
He's so happy. He wants to go for a walk. Oh.
Oh, thanks very much. Oh, Joel. See you on Thursday. Right.
That's the scene that's gonna suck. I gotta make her walk forward, then spin, rotating her on the front, and then throw her off, and then get the physics right for her to flip in there. That's gonna be
Or
rough.
just have Trixie hand her a milkshake, and then they all go get milkshakes together.
But the milkshakes will bring all the stallions to the yard, and then you have to deal with all these stallions.
So that's what the card's for.
Magically knock her out. No, the knockout's easy. That's what the that's the whole reason she has a pipe. Is she's just going to use the pipe, and the magic will probably do that. But I can't just have her use her magic to from there, because as soon as it disappears back here, you're not really able to see what's going on. So I'm going to use the magic, but I still have to make her move forward and look like she's doing something to at least imply the hit. That difficulty is also going to be for how long it takes her to is getting her to move up there, unless I have her grab it with like 2 hooves and then like jump into a double hand and smoosh.
Or you could just have her use magic.
Yeah, but that's not going to look so good, because if I have it fly forward, I just said this.
I know. You could.
It's going to, half the travel time is going to be behind Applejack's head. You're not going to actually know what happened back there. Something has to physically have her move over there to show that she is doing something. Even if she's just lifting up a hoof to bat it or something, something needs to move to do that. But that part I'm not worried about. It's this part. It's Applejack walking, then spinning. The little jump there is not going to be too bad, but then getting her to actually fall in there and with physics to actually look legit, that's going to be
put
rough.
the sleepy time cart sign on there. That we know they're okay.
Well, okay, but if we do sleepy time, that means that Hitch is alive.
No, he's dead. He's suffocated.
Well, then...
And we know why. You know why he's suffocated. Clenches her thighs when she sleeps.
What is this, double golden eye? Okay. Why am I looking at Steam? I want Steam. But you already have Trixie with a pack, the iron pipe strapped to the side. No, that's what that is. The pipe's just free. I can have it removed easily. That is the intent. It's just I need to do a little bit of Apple TV roars, whatever. I need to do something more than just the pipe flying across, because motion blur and framing and stuff, if that comes out, I still have to have it move slow enough so you can actually see it going there, because it's such a small object. Having her go there is going to be easier. But being that the actual movie had them right in proximity, there was no travel time, means that audio wise, I don't have much for travel time. So I probably have to have her start moving there earlier and probably do it quickly, which I don't really have. I have a run, but you can't just do a run for a couple seconds there. It'd probably be more like a hop. So it's stuff like that that I got to consider. The mares live, Hitch dies. If Hitch dies, the mares die. You cannot have one without the other. Yeah, it's like it's a catch-22 for stallions.
I want the mares to live. I suppose we can get rid of Hitch another time.
Well, if they're all dead, then Hitch is dead, and you can just do necromancy.
No.
You have zombie horses, then they'll just do whatever you say.
It would be like dead, so that's what made me sad.
They'll still move. You still boop the snoots. And for like the first couple weeks, it'll probably be fine.
Yeah, until the smell.
Yeah.
Decay.
Yeah, it's fine. You've got like little clippers.
I'm sad. I'm sad now.
Who's on right now? We got Hoosies playing Fortnite, Paleo, and Haven. Playing Dragon Ball Z. Inscription is such a good game.
That's what Haven's playing.
He's in the early part of the game too. Where we tend to do we didn't do them this Sunday, so we can always do them now. It is, if you haven't played Inscription, I recommend it. It's really cheap. It's a card game, and there's a lot of twists to the game that are unexpected. I very much enjoyed it, and I think it was like 15 hours, and no, probably a little more than that. It was good, very good.
You only started
Inscription, please. Yeah, we can right over there. Yeah, I love that game. It's just the company that made that one also made some other games that are really off the wall different, and they kind of go outside the norm, and it's really, really good. But yeah, we'll go over there.
I still love Pony. Normal.
I'm not going to Michael's streams.
I love the normal tag.
The what?
The normal tag on Haven's stream. The best tag.
He's normal.
Oh. Thank the PC.
See why he is normal. Like yeah. Thank you to Morningstar989 and the One Skyland 1 for the follows. Thank you to Legendary Jelly for 18 months of subs, and thank you to Sir Edward and Sunset for moderating.
Huzzah!
I think we'll be streaming Friday as normal. Yeah. And it's not Jackbox this week, it's Jackbox next week.
Jesus Dash.
Cheesy a dash. This is actually the not YouTube version. This was the broken version I had to redo. The lights don't work. The timing on Starlight's off, and I added more Cheez-It bags, or more Cheez-Its. But this video took 40 hours to render, though. So anyway, we'll see you all later. Go into our description. It's actually a really fun game. So
it's very normal.
See you later. Very normal.
Very.